Harder. Get cake, snakes get slivery. Lean in, show y'all the meaning of chivalry. Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like.
Oi, get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stad will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen?
Get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. How art thou, Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, yo, my mate. Manchester, Etihad, Estad. We playing Champions League football next season. How about you take a 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen to Manchester hotel stay, little 2-2 medical.
300k a week, couple bonuses thrown in there. Ballon d'Or in a couple years, happy days, you wanna go Bayern Munich. Little 2-2 Tui World 3E2 by a uni driller. Happy days, we get a new and upcoming star. How about Florian? Florian.
How art thou, Florian?
Alright, my mate Florian, what's the latest word? City flash with the cash, got the deal secured. The Bruce still pinging it, Haaland bangs goals. But heart at the club, still feeling cold. They flex big wins, but vibes don't last. Trophies lined up, but the soul's in the past. Etihad shiny, fans still late. Feels like a show, not a football state. Oi. Get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. How art thou, Florian? From Leverkusen to Manchester flight. Big boy wages, that Prem delight. Ballon d'Or, yeah, that's the aim. But deep down, bro, it's just a name. Training pitch like a 5-star resort. But energy dry, no real support. Anfield roars, Etihad's on mute. City got shine, but no real roots. Florian, bro, don't be fooled. They dress it well, but the core ain't cool.
خلاص guys, enough of the songs now. No more songs. It's enough.
Nickname Cole Palmer, cool as a breeze, cutting through defenders with elegant ease. Used to curl him in top corner divine, now he's playing like Sancho, partners in crime. Where's Cole Palmer? Nobody knows. He's ghosting the games, disappearing in shows. His goals have gone south, his assists took a flight. Cole Palmer got colder in the frost of the night. Oh, winter's a thief, it can steal your flame. Turn a hotshot star into half of a name. They're searching the pitch, calling his name bold. Where is Cole Palmer? Did he turn to pure cold?
Brrr. 6 months without an open play goal. That's very cold. Flamengo admin was cooking his ass, you get me? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you guys are liking the video, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Plenty of news to talk about today. We're going to be talking about Garnacho to Chelsea. We're going to be talking about Noni Madueke to Arsenal. Matt Law doubled down today. Is Mbuemo going to finally end up at Man United? We're going to be talking about where Rodrygo is headed. And we're going to get some Isak talk, because why not? Because we can. Joining me first and foremost, the biggest fraud on this whole stream. You get me, the Pratt in the hat with the Europa League trophy. How you doing, Jacob?
Hey. I think.
Hi.
Is Pratt a good thing?
No.
Do I need to lift this trophy? I made sure y'all can see it now.
What do you call it again? Betty?
Big Bertha.
Bertha.
All right, so show some respect to Big Bertha. You either talk to her nicely or don't talk at all. It's that simple.
Yeah. Hey, well, Big Angel's gone anyway. Anyway, joining us next. Joining us next on the channel. You get me? The fraud from LA. You get me? Just like Mike Dash, another fraud. He's gonna say, I'm not from LA, I'm from Sacramento. You know, that's like. What's this?
Oh, it's Watch out now, because here comes Tommy.
Joining me next on the channel. Hi, Sacramento Shik.
I'm not from LA. Who told you I'm from LA? I'm not from LA.
Sacramento, LA, and it's
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
You know,
it's
like
Sacramento's
Toronto
like
and
Northern
Ottawa,
California,
same thing.
and LA is like Southern California. I wish I was in LA, but I'm not in LA. But big up to you. Thank you for having me on another day of just no Manchester United news. Losing my mind, to be honest. And yeah, it is what it is, man. But we here, man. We here. Here's another show.
Isak.
Here's another show of me just not talking about anything Manchester United related because we just.
But doesn't that make you happy though? The fact that you come here and talk about football in general, it's better.
Yeah, I come in here and I talk about my rivals doing business. It's happy days.
Would you rather I speak about, oh my God, Garnacho was spotted in a Villa shirt, Dorgo was spotted in a Roma shirt? Why is all your players abandoning you?
Bro,
It's
my
crazy.
fan base, I don't know what's wrong with my fan base, bro. They care more about him in a Villa shirt than him actually like performing on the pitch. The guy's had a shit season. But now is why this is what makes you turn your heads. That he's in a Villa shirt.
That's so true as well.
He didn't go 20 games without a goal, right? He didn't. But now all of a sudden the guy puts in on a Villa shirt and now it's everyone's going
What
crazy.
makes them turn is the Villa shirt, not
The
actual
Villa shirt.
shit games as well.
Yeah, bro, like,
no,
come
you
on.
are right,
What are we
Kalla. You're
doing?
cooking there. You are
What are we
cooking.
doing here, man? Like,
Anyway,
seriously.
speaking of cooking, everyone spam flamingos in the chat. Everyone, please spam flamingos in the chat. Listen, we're not here to talk about the Club World Cup. We don't care about that invitation, but just spam flamingos just because we can. And just because we're a bunch of shit houses. This is the biggest shit house channel on YouTube. We're all a bunch of shit houses, and there's nothing we like more than shit housing. Everyone just get the flamingo emojis in the chat right now, because Carefree Lewis has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. How doing, Lewis, mate?
You absolute frauds, bruv. Fucking hell. First off, like, forget you using the footage from our football club, like, because you've already done that a couple times. Why has your thumbnail got everyone in their original club kits except fucking Garnacho? He's got to be in the Chelsea shirt. Why?
Proper Chelsea.
Is that actually true?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Look through your thumbnail. Everyone's wearing their original club kits. You got Garnacho in a Chelsea shirt.
Proper
Hey, I'm not
Chelsea.
responsible for the thumbnail. Vel is. Big up, Vel.
Nah, bun you, Vel, fraud. Good to be back, though.
I also want to say late happy birthday to...
This is history. This is a history-making tournament.
I don't know if
We
people
better be
knew,
the first ones to win it, bruv. Up the Chelsea.
late happy birthday to Nicholas Jackson as well. It's his birthday on
Ah,
that day.
fuck him.
He got the red card. Just wanted to say
fuck him.
late happy birthday.
You won't even say happy
Nah,
birthday.
late happy birthday to Vator. That's the guy whose birthday I was celebrating. Fuck that.
My show title is so clickbaity. Name one thing that in the title is clickbait, and I will end the stream right now. I dare you.
Garnacho to Chelsea.
Okay, Lewis, you know that's not clickbait. It's been reported.
Yeah, Matt Law's clickbaiting. I got the whole
Okay,
article.
Matt Law's clickbaiting then. I'm not fucking Matt Law. How can you
Your
accuse me of
collateral
clickbait?
damage. You're also clickbaiting.
Okay, is Matt Law clickbaiting when he says Madueke to Arsenal?
He hasn't said it's happening.
But it's still embarrassing, no?
The only thing we've heard is there's 50 million talks. The whole swap deal thing has actually not even been discussed. He's even said there's not even a probability of it happening. So I'm like, well, why have you even made the fucking article? Just to give us heart attacks. You prick.
You don't want Madueke to go to Arsenal?
No, I'm talking about the Garnacho and Kunku swap deal thing he was trying to talk about.
No, I'm talking about Madueke to Arsenal because it was.
Oh
Matt
yeah,
Law
I
as
don't
well.
mind. Run me 50 million, that'll do. I don't mind.
Oh, and then he scores like in the second game, and then you get the Egal.
Well, Noni's got more league goals than Saka. I hear it.
Anyway, on that note, joining us representing Arsenal today, guys, Egal can't make the stream because he's moving out. Big up to Egal. Good luck to him as well. So we got someone just as shameless, just as fraudulent. You get me? Because Solz is here. How you doing, Solz?
Yo, big up. Nice to meet you all. And yeah, man, every day I wake up in the morning, I just pray to God and pray to the God Almighty above me that Arsenal don't play in the Conference League or the Europa League.
Ooh, coming in.
Oh, I thought you wake up to that you would win a trophy. I thought.
No. I wake up to the fact that we don't play in shameless competitions.
Okay, fair enough.
You just be shameless without the trophies, guys.
No, I understand. Like Europa League is like it's bad memories for him. He was there for 5 years and never won it. I get it.
It was a tough
I thought it was
tournament,
11.
yeah. No, it was a tougher tournament back then. You know, UCL teams used to actually come down.
Oh yeah. You had to walk
Yeah,
uphill
man,
both ways to school,
Olympiacos
too.
and
Yeah.
that. El Arabi.
tough, man. Sporting and that.
The same
Okay, guys,
Olympiacos won the
has-
Conference League a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Has spoken. All the shit links with the laughing emojis. So, Matt Law says Madueke to Arsenal. I get to laugh at that with all due respect because it's a laughing fucking link. Also, Liverpool link to Isak is real. It's fucking Fabrizio reported it. I'll put up a Fabrizio report right now for you. Now what? So what's the clickbait? Nothing. Thank you. Anyway, 500 people locked in. We haven't even started the stream yet. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Lewis, can you please pull up the Matt Law tweet, please, about Madueke, because we just started off with Arsenal. So big up to all of you guys.
Oh, did he
Make
tweet
sure you
about
guys are
Nani?
liking. Yeah, the Madueke one. Yeah, because people think I'm making shit up. So let's let them see with their own eyes. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing.
Yeah, a few days.
500 people in here, guys. We are not even at like 250 likes yet. Yalla, 50%, habibi. You get me? 50%. Let's go. And we'll include Rodrygo on the topic as well, just so Haas doesn't cry. Because there's a question of where does Rodrygo end up. But before we go to Rodrygo, here you go, Haas. Here you go, Haas. Chelsea winger Noni Madueke is on the radar of a number of Premier League clubs. Arsenal said to have taken note, but hard to gauge level of interest at the moment. Arsenal among clubs monitoring Noni Madueke's situation at Chelsea. And there is a tweet that Lewis, and Lewis, the tweet that you sent today as well. Remember that tweet? The Pies one. The Pies one.
Yeah.
Delaney.
50 million. Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, 50 million. See, I'm going to put up 2 journalists for you, not just one. So you know me. Clickbait. Fucking bum. Hold that. It's
there you go.
Pies account. Some Pies account. Yeah, here you go. Watch this. Arsenal and Chelsea have been in talks over Madueke. Chelsea want 50 million. Arsenal don't want to pay that price right now. Miguel Delaney. خلاص يعني I'm reporting the news. حبيبي. If you think it's clickbait, that's on you. Anyway, Gunnar Solz, talk to me, brother.
Honestly,
Madueke to Arsenal.
Oh my god! If I thought our window couldn't get any worse, and then we see a link with Noni Madueke, oh my god! Don't want him. Don't even want to entertain the link. Don't want him at all. Has no end products. Isn't an upgrade on Nwaneri as a backup, in my opinion. Again, I just don't see why we'd want to sign Noni Madueke. We have bigger priorities in different positions. If we're bringing him in to be a backup for Saka, we already have a backup for Saka. So it's a waste of money. I wouldn't even pay 30 million for him. He can stay at Chelsea and rot. Why are we taking Chelsea's bad recruitment for? I don't understand.
Do you think that this transfer marks the fact that Berta's not cooking anything if it happens?
Yeah, it's all these links are just proving to me that something's dysfunctional in the recruitment strategy at Arsenal. Something's going wrong. I don't know what the conversations are between Berta and Arteta. There was a whole saga between Sesko and Gyökeres. Now there's a saga between who wanted who, and there's a bit of dysfunction. Now we're linked with Noni Madueke. All of our left wing targets are basically gone now. Williams has probably gone to Barca. Rodrygo's probably staying. We're probably going to end up with flipping Semenyo, and now we're linked with Noni Madueke and Garnacho. It just couldn't get any worse, genuinely. And then just to top it off, to put the cream on the cake, we go and sign Zubimendi, everyone's clapping, and then within 24 hours, we're letting go of Thomas Partey in the same breath. So our midfield is now worse within 24 hours after making a signing. So yeah, look, you tell me, Hussam, it's a disaster. What else can I say? I'm done ranting, I'm done screaming, I'm done shouting. All I can do now is just try and make sense of it. Try and see what's going to happen. Because it's a disaster.
How can you make sense of it? That's the better question.
Arteta is going to live or die by his signings. That's it. Like, he knows, for me, he deserves another year. And I think he can win the Premier League next year. But he's going to live or die by these signings, right? And I don't want...
What's why you still Arteta in?
Of course, yeah. I think I'm definitely Arteta in, yeah. I think anyone who wants Arteta out is pretty shameless, to be honest. But that's a conversation.
Even by this point.
Yeah,
I know what conversation for another day. We don't need
it's conversation for another day.
Trust the phases, Lewis. It's what you're missing.
Obviously, there's projects that are in place, right? When you come and take over a football club, it's
projects in place.
It's not just trophies in versus trophies out. There's actually a project in place. When you contextualize football, there's bits to understand. If you just look at football as in how many trophies have you won, there's no point watching Premier League football. Just don't watch any football. Go on Wikipedia.
I will say projects ain't just defined by the manager.
Of course.
Sometimes the project is just like the squad of players.
But what I mean, Lewis, is that if you go on Google and type in how many trophies has Arteta won in the last 5 years, you're going to see the number 1 asterisk. But if you watch football and you watch Arsenal, you'd realise year on year we've progressed in points tally, we've progressed in goals scored,
War
we've transformed
trophy.
our team. No, again.
No, I hear that. You're not wrong, but like what Jacob said is also correct. Ultimately, trophies are going to talk.
Of course, yeah. But then
that's why Ange left 17th place to Tottenham, and no one's going to remember that they finished 17th place.
But why did he get sacked then if all that matters is the trophy?
Because the league form still wasn't good. That's the thing with the project. The project is all round, but ultimately you need to win something with it.
Correct, and
that's the only thing that gives you anything to flex.
No, I agree, and his domestic cup form has been poor. But what I'm saying is that he's also challenged for 3 league titles in a row, and that also needs to be given credit. Do you understand?
Of course, there's the two things to be correct. Like if Arteta was to leave now, I won't say he's been garbage for 5 years, but Loki think it's the right time.
Look, it's his first regressive season. It's the first season he's dropped off in points tally and goals scored. So I understand why a lot of fans do want him out. I'm just saying that even though this is his first regressive season from when he took over, he's also had mitigating factors. As Lewis said, you have to look at the full picture, right? You have to look at, okay, he's made some poor...
Unprecedented circumstances.
Yeah, he's made some poor decisions. His recruitment was poor, but he's also had 27 injuries, right? And the team with...
yeah, that's right. Referees and stuff too.
The team with the second most injuries finished 17th. Right, so
sometimes you got to look at the manager for lots of injuries as well. Same way Spurs fans looked at Ange, same way we looked at Poch. Sometimes you got to look at the manager. Like I've said, I'm very concerned about Saka long term with how much minutes he's played under Arteta already. I think the guy's mileage is already a bit too fucked for his age. I don't think he's going to go on a mad decline now or something, but I wonder what he's going to be like at 26, 27, 28.
Yeah, but you also know as well that that's not an Arteta issue, it's a footballing issue. Players play too many games in football these days, and we know that's a fact.
Both. Like he's been playing in like cup games and Carabao Cup matches and all that.
You haven't signed backups for him. You play backups, you can rest him in certain games.
No, we have backups for him. That's Arteta. Again, now we'll give that to Arteta. He chooses who he wants to play ultimately.
Ranieri barely playing.
Barely played. And he actually introduced him and then decided to not play him in the latter stages of the season.
Yeah, look, I can't explain why Ranieri didn't get minutes towards the end. I think when it comes to players playing, there's multiple factors as to why a player would play. 1 is the manager's decision, 2 is the medical staff, 3 is the player himself. You've seen it before. Some players want to play through injury. And we've seen players over the years play through an injury, right? So ultimately, if Saka's fit and Saka's telling Arteta, I'm fit to play, why would you not play one of the best wingers in the league?
Because players are always going to say that they're ready to play if they have a chance to play. Sometimes you have to go in and like manage them and be like, no, you're not ready. You're not been cleared. You're not 100%. I'm not playing you. I'm not risking it. Like Maresca does the same thing. He's basically wrapped Reece James in cotton wool all season when he has been able to play probably like twice the amount of fixtures he could have played. But we're not doing it because you guys have overplayed him too much and he's injury prone.
But you guys have adequate replacements in those positions, though. This is what I'm trying to say to you. You guys have Malo Gusto. You guys have other players.
I mean, Gusto has been garbage this season, so I don't know.
He has. But this is what I mean. Look, ultimately, we are where we are now. The recruitment has been poor. And we need to improve in that front. There's still time left. I don't know what the plan is. I'm now lost because I had targets that I wanted at the start, and all of those targets are slowly slipping away. Ornstein's coming out saying our main target for the last 2 years has been Nico Williams, and now he's gone. So what was the point of being linked to him over the last 2 years? Just for him to go to wait for Barca and just go. So what's the plan here? I don't know what the plan is. I think our recruitment window so far has been poor. We have to keep Thomas Partey. I'll repeat that again. We have to keep Thomas Partey. We let go of Thomas Partey. We cannot afford to replace him. And
Hamza never asks good questions, but he asked a good question on Ahwa yesterday. He was like, is Zubimendi, as things stand, an upgrade on Partey right now?
Right now, no. And the only reason why he's not an upgrade on Partey is because he hasn't got Prem-proven experience yet. So I can't say that he's going to come in and outdo what Partey did last season. This is why Partey leaving is so big, because he's a Prem-proven experienced player. And you don't let go of your Prem-proven experienced players and bring someone else in who you don't know if he's going to gel or not. So I will never say he's an upgrade on Partey until he comes to Arsenal. He may be when he comes, but this is why you don't let Partey go, because he's not an upgrade at the moment. Partey was our second, probably second or third best player at Arsenal last season, after probably Gabriel and Saka. But he's been one of our best players, and you're letting our spine go. Any Arsenal fans that say, "Oh, just let Partey leave," go look at Arsenal's games last season. What were the main games that we struggled in? When Arteta stupidly put Partey at right back, our midfield was open. It was lost. We were nothing without Partey. And yes, Zubamendi's coming in, but it's not enough for me because we can't risk Zubamendi to be a starting player next season every single game. We can't risk it. Having Partey,
I just want to say one thing on a real level. If Arsenal sign Madueke, and I don't see Arsenal fans like losing their shit online, then like you'd literally deserve failure, like with this Arsenal project, because at some point in time you're gonna have to call out bullshit when you see it. Like, with all due respect, this is the problem. This is the problem with this Arsenal situation. Like, people just don't want to be honest about their football club. And once again, you're not even like, you know what it is? You're not even going to Chelsea and you're trying to do like the Sol Campbell, you know? You're not even trying to go like, yo, Chelsea, give me Palmer. Yo, Chelsea, give me whoever. Like, you're not trying to sign a good
luck
player.
with our contracts.
Yeah, no, but I'm
Players,
saying
like
at least try
reminders
to
from-
target a good player, you know? You're targeting a player that's like struggling, has iffy form every now and then, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's so weird, like some of the targets that Arsenal have. I just don't get it.
It doesn't make
I'll
sense.
be honest with you. I've seen United and Spurs target better players like Eze, Mbuemo, Cunha. Those are all players that would help make Arsenal a lot better. And right now,
But
it's
this-
looking weird.
But this is the benefit of Chelsea. Why Chelsea have done good business? Because what Chelsea have done, they've signed all these players who they didn't bank on all working. By the way, Chelsea knew all these players weren't going to work, but they gave them low salaries on long-term contracts, knowing they're going to have resale value. Right? Madueke can have a poor season. He's been poor since he's come to Chelsea, and he's still valued at 50 million. How crazy is that? We can't even get 30 for Martinelli, who was one of the best wingers in the league a couple of years ago. So this is what I'm trying to say. Again, it's just,
Our wages are also lower. You've got Martinelli on 180.
I agree. That's what I said. I said you have low wages and longer contracts, meaning you have good resale value.
I think Noni's on 50k a week, so you could
Yeah.
easily get some work personal terms with him.
Yeah, but again, I don't want Noni Madueke. He's not an upgrade on any position. I don't know. I'll ask you, Lewis. Can he play on the left? Has he
Yeah.
ever played?
I mean, like his last couple games have been crap. He's given me some good games there too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but
It's just the wrong time for it. Like Noni's looked garbage the last couple of games, but the games before that, decent. But that's Noni for you right now. Sometimes
this car
maybe
drive
good,
on the highway?
sometimes maybe shit. For the
Yeah.
most part, inconsistent.
I
But
mean, I
somehow
remember
he's
what he
still
did for
my
Wolves
most direct
against
winger and
Wolves.
my best direct threat from wide areas. I don't think
I'm
Noni's
out.
shit.
This
I do
man
think
is
there's
not
some
an
areas for him
Arsenal
to
fan.
grow. I do think
So
he'll
you
get
want
better,
Solz to
like-
sit up here and prop Madueke? If my club was linked to Madueke, I would do like a literal like rant stream. Are you mad? What do you mean? Like,
Why?
This is
Noni
like-
learning under Saka. That could cook for you in 3 years.
yeah, but well, we haven't got 3 years. We've only
No,
got
I mean
next
for
year.
Liverpool.
Oh,
Noni is a Salah
Liverpool.
understudy. I hear it.
have some shame. Have some shame.
Yeah, nah, that'll be.
You cannot lace Salah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, they said the same thing about Salah when he was at Chelsea.
No, because Mo at Basel is better than Madueke at Chelsea. That's the truth. Like
Mo at Basel
Mo's-
was decent.
Yeah,
I
Mo at
won't-
Basel was actually alright.
he was cooking at
Everyone
Basel.
scored
Even
against
cooked
us
you.
every fucking game.
What's this thing
Every
you're
single
saying?
game.
Anyway?
Oh, it was just a couple Noni versus Saka stats that I wanted.
Oh, don't be shameless. Don't do this. Hey, do it. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. No, don't.
Mm.
I don't know why everyone's on it.
Pictures
Can you
worth
zoom in,
1,000
zoom in, please?
words.
Zoom in, zoom
Let
in.
me
Lewis.
guess.
Zoom in.
He's looking at per 9. Wait.
Zoom in, zoom in. Zoom.
I don't understand. Why are you
You're
trying to be
laughing at.
shameless?
Look, Ariel.
it's one
Drew-
Why
more
you? But
pass
why
from
you? Why
James.
you? But why you all trying to be shameless? This is
4 more
rubbish.
take-ons.
Bro, he won every category. Not one did
doesn't-
he
okay,
lose.
so-
It's-
Okay, fine. So what are you saying? Madueke is better than Saka? I want
This
someone
No,
to
is-
say.
I'm just saying, like, look, the stats are
Exactly.
there, innit?
Okay, so what
And
did
he
these
got more
stats show?
goals in the league this season.
Okay, fine. So tell me, what did
Saying
these stats show? I want to hear it come out. Of what
The
you guys know.
stats show, right, that he got more goals than Saka in the league.
Okay.
He completed more take-ons, was
Okay.
better aerially, better
Okay.
defensively, lost
Okay.
the ball less,
Okay.
was offside less, and had more touches in the opposition box. That's just
Okay,
it.
and Saka
And he
was
lost
injured.
possession less.
Saka was injured for 3 months, and even when he came back, he wasn't
That's
fully
why
fit.
I also
So why did he
refer
lose
you
possession
to the
more?
minutes. No, wait, that's why I
Yes.
refer you to the
Yes,
minutes.
but it's not about the
He only
minutes.
had
'cause he-
300
No,
less
that's
minutes.
No, because
Which
even when he
is
came back
about-
from injury, he wasn't fully fit going towards the end of the season.
With
Well, that's
less
like 3
minutes and
games.
losing the ball
He's
more.
played like 3 more
Mm.
games than him.
No, but
Less
they
minutes,
also played him in
lose
UCL.
ball.
Saka's had about
Mm.
3 more games less than him, and he's only got 1 less goal.
Noni Madueke couldn't even lace one of Saka's boots. I think it's disrespectful to even compare them. You're talking about one of the best.
Hey,
wingers
one
in
of
the
them's
world.
got a
It's
European
shame.
I think it's comparable.
One of them's got a
Looking at
European
that,
medal, isn't it?
Ryan
It's
Brewster's
very
got a
comparable.
European
One
medal. Ryan Brewster's got a European medal, and loads
Yeah,
of
but
players
he
got
didn't
European
contribute to it.
medals. It doesn't
Big
matter.
up Noni against fucking.
What European medal does he have?
Legia.
Okay, what
I mean, I'm
European
proud
medal
of
does he have?
Sam for finding someone who copes
Can you-
harder than Egal.
Can you name me?
My
Can you name me?
God.
It's
Okay,
good
fine.
work.
Can you name me 5 players from that team?
Michael Edwards of YouTube.
Dude, Sabat.
No, that whatever you just said, that team you just said. I don't even know what it is.
You
Like
think I give a
Sabat.
fuck about them?
300 less minutes and lost the ball more. It's
You don't
I don't
crazy.
care about them. I face Champions League teams
I'm
I
just
don't remember
saying-
the name of.
No,
I remember
but
watching us beat Maribor 6-0. I don't
I
remember
know.
none of them.
No, but what I'm saying to you is that when you guys speak about Saka,
Do you not remember the PSV team you beat 7-1?
Yeah, no. I definitely remember the PSV team. But what I'm saying to you is
The
that when you
PSV
talk
team. No, PSV, not G. PSV.
No, PSG.
No, V.
PSV.
V.
Yeah, PSV. Yeah. We beat them 7-1.
Yeah, do you remember the whole team from there?
No, I don't remember the whole team. I know some players, but not the whole team.
Yeah,
But
you
the
just
point
remember
is-
who you beat. That's
Okay,
it.
but the point is, when you speak about Saka, I feel like you guys need to have some respect, please, because he's one of the best wingers in the world. He's one of the best players for his country. Have some respect when you're speaking about him. So like you can't compare.
No,
him
no,
to these
I
players when you're
respect Saka, man, but I'm just saying, like, look, Noni got more goals than you.
So what does that mean?
Well,
I don't understand. It doesn't mean
Exactly what he said.
Noni
It's
scored more
English.
goals. That's it.
that. Okay. So the fact is, Madueke's got more goals than Saka. It ends there. Full stop. It
And
doesn't mean
also,
anything.
And he
also
loses
contributed-
possession less, and he
and
played
also
more
con-
minutes,
and
and he
he
was
played
better
more- and
he's
aerially,
better
and he
aerially.
completed more crosses.
Oh,
What else were the
seriously?
stats? I
Yeah,
didn't
but
remember
those
them
are
all.
the-
That was a great
Yeah,
visual representation. If we can just go back and revisit the graphs, I would love to
Why are we
revisit the
comparing them
graphs.
when they both can be playing together next season?
No, they
That's what
can't
I'm
be playing
saying.
together.
One of them helped
Side
their
by
team
side,
win the
Just
European
running down
Cup.
the wing, losing possession together.
No, you
Beautiful
you
sight.
don't want
One
no
of-
Souls. You don't want them, but your club does. Your club
That's
inquired
fine,
about
but
it.
one of them's
One
world
man
class. The other
scored
one,
against Legia.
Bro, you can hold
away
that
and
mic
another
closer
one
to your
scored
mouth. It ain't
on
gonna
PSV.
help.
Yeah,
The
like, your
fact
club
that
wants
Nani's
them. It doesn't matter what you
statistically
say.
better.
And I mean,
One of them-
it kind of makes sense. Maybe they were looking at the same chart when they were like, "Oh shit, Nani
No, they
actually
wasn't looking at the
had
same
more
chart.
goals
One
than
of
Saka
them-
last year than."
No, that's
maybe we
incorrect.
No, Nani's
don't know
agent
why- I
sent
don't
that
know-
picture and
I
said,
don't know why-
"Need I
don't know
say
why
more?"
I don't know why you're talking. Your winger's twerking for Aston Villa, so you need to chill out first of all.
What, Garnacho? You think I give a fuck?
hold
Keep
on,
working
that's
for
fine,
Aston
that's fine.
Villa. Keep
But
doing
what
it.
I'm saying to you is that
Keep
one of
doing
them,
it.
one of them's world class, the other one shits. So let's not compare them.
All I'm saying is one of them scored in the European away semi-final, and another one also missed an
What
open goal.
European? You're talking about
You're garden away, bruv.
no one
hell.
cares about the Conference League. Arsenal will never play in the Conference League again. They'll never play in it. We've
You
never
know,
played
probably
never
lose
win
to
the
Betis
Conference
in the
League, take that
final.
as
I'll be
never
real.
will.
I'll be real.
But guess what? You may say we may lose to Betis. Thankfully, we'll never get the chance to play them in the Conference League. Why? Because we'll never be in it. You may be.
I hear that,
And you have
but
it.
you would
That's
rather
it.
have it because you have one European trophy. You could do with like a little stat pad.
I could do with a Champions League, which is what we've been going for.
I know, but
Exactly.
like walk before you can run, innit?
No,
You don't tell the babies to just get up and start running, innit?
You
let
gotta,
them
don't know,
you gotta,
because-
you gotta dip
you
your
let
feet
the
into the
babies-
water
because
before
the
you
babies-
start
baby
No, well, you
steps.
can't call us
Then they
babies.
start
because
jogging. Then you can get them
No.
running. Like
No,
little
but
conference league.
the babies played against the UCL winners and beat them home and away. So you can't really call us babies anymore. We were one of the best teams in the UCL.
What a
We got to the
trophy.
Final Four.
What a
We
Yeah,
got to the
but like
Final
that
Four.
don't mean anything if you don't
One
win
guy,
it.
What
You know,
guy-
Valencia beat Real Madrid too. I
yeah,
think
but
they
not home
finished
and away.
14th.
Not home and away in the UCL. They didn't beat them home and away in the
No,
UCL.
but they still beat them.
That's fine. And we got to the
AC
Final
Milan
Four.
beat them at the
We got
Bernabeu.
to
They
the
finished
Final Four.
9th.
The guy above you was playing
They even
Bodo.
sacked their manager after that.
Bodo Glimt had an open bus parade for the
The guy above you is a European champion. Have some respect.
And you,
Fine shame.
Lewis, had your team doing up karaoke after winning the bloody Conference League. You
Yeah,
guys
winning the
embarrassed.
trophy. You lot would
We
do
won't
well to
care
learn from
about
that.
it. We
He
won't
doesn't
ever
know
be in
anything
it.
about that. Just
We
let
won't
him
be
cope
in
with
the
the
Europa
phase
League.
7.
For 5 years and
We
you
won't
made
be
one
in it to
final.
win it.
He's
we
in
won't be in
phase
it to
7. Just let him cope.
You were in the Europa
It's
League
very
for
clear
5
he's
years. You
struggling.
made one final and got knocked out by Olympiacos. You ended up winning the Conference League 2 or 3 years after that.
Thankfully, we're not going to be in the Conference League ever, so we won't even have to have that comparison. Thankfully,
You lot could do with being in the Conference
We're
League. You
in
learned
the-
to win a trophy.
we're in the
At
same
least your
boat as
squad will know
Liverpool.
how to win something.
We're in the same boat as Liverpool and Man City. We're going to play in the big boy trophies. You guys,
No,
can-
you're not.
You're not in the same boat as
They've
them. They
won the
win.
big
They
boy
just won
trophy.
the league. You're not
They've
in the
won
same boat as
them.
them.
Oh my
You guys
god.
are also
This guy's like
ranks, bro.
Saad
Like, they've
Egal
won
with
it.
a dose
They've
of
won it
hopium
all.
and copium.
Yeah, you can
Inject
call it
some
what you like.
delusional realisticness. Like,
It
this
doesn't
is
matter.
great.
You still can't
Some
name
don't
me
have
Bodo
to
It
go
doesn't
for
matter, blah blah blah. You just just
blah, blah.
yapping about being a loser.
You're not.
That's
in
what
the,
you're
You're not
doing.
in the
Even
same
Vator
boat of
4
any
times.
big European club because you don't do anything in Europe. Those
Bro's
clubs
like,
win in Europe.
I'm too good for Margot Robbie, but you get
That's
Melissa
fine.
McCarthy?
No,
You're not in the
doesn't
same boat
matter.
as like
The
Madrid's
point
and Barcelona's.
is,
They win
the
trophies.
Bro,
The
I've
point is-
already said they are Heath Slater in the Royal
It doesn't.
Rumble.
Yeah,
No, it's
For a
not.
big
We're not Heath
moment and then
Slater.
to get
We're not Heath
eliminated by
Slater.
someone who's going to
You
be
guys
in
were
the
you guys were
The
twerking
club
after
is
winning the
more like
conference
Heath
league.
Ledger
You guys were
after the
Let me
Dark
show you
Knight.
quickly the
Yes,
difference
let me
between.
show you why. Because we got the Infinity
Oh.
Stones, bruv.
No,
Let me
you
let me
didn't.
show you.
That's
Let
the
me
way
show
of
you
coping.
quickly
European
the
football,
difference.
mate.
Let me show you quickly the difference between Liverpool and Arsenal.
Got fans saying they want Egal back.
And then
What the fuck is this?
What?
there's big difference, Habibi. I'm sorry, you cannot compare. You cannot compare to me, wallahi. Read is saying Arsenal are a shrinking club. Phase 7. What a trophy. You want to know something? Look, I came into the summer saying the following. Yes, I don't trust Arteta anymore because I said for 2 years that Arsenal will win the league, and he's just been a shit manager in league winning situations. My thing is the following. If there was one summer that Arsenal needed to sign big players that can make a difference to unite the fan base, it's this summer. The problem is,
Probably the last
That-
2 summers.
yeah, but even this summer, even more. The problem is, Arsenal didn't win the league because of the injuries. Arsenal didn't win the league because of the forwards getting hurt and blah, blah, blah.
They won the XG League.
23 days into the transfer window, and Arsenal haven't had the here we go for a single forward line player. And the links have been so weird because you're linked to Noni Madueke by Matt Law, who's a reliable Chelsea journalist. And the thing is, like, I look at this like from a title rival perspective, right? Because at the end of the day, listen, Liverpool and Arsenal are not rivals. We all know this, but we're title rivals, meaning we will both compete for the Premier League title next season. I look at you linked to Madueke, and then I look at my club signing Florian Wirtz, and I go like, I have never been so relaxed. Like, I have never been so relaxed. I am so worried about City right now and not worried about Arsenal at all, because I look at these things and I find it so strange. How a football club that need to win, how a football club that needs to take their club to the next level is linked seriously by a Chelsea journalist to Noni Madueke. Someone will tell me, Hussam, he's just on the list. Okay, I ask you the question, why is he even on the list to begin with? I'm not saying that you're going to sign Madueke 100%. All I'm simply saying is, why is there even a link? Why are you even looking at the guy? Because he doesn't take Arsenal anywhere. That's why Reed is spitting when he says they're shrinking club. Bro, I think within the first 6 months, within the first 6 games, what 6 months? Within the first 6-7 games, I'll be honest with you, Arsenal are in a pressure cooker scenario where it's going to be a massive problem for them. It's going to be a big problem.
I agree.
And all it's going to take, forget people like Solz and forget people like Lee Gunner, right? There's Solz, there's Lee Gunner, and then there's people in the middle. All the people in the middle will completely turn on the football club within one game if shit goes wrong. If you go away to Old Trafford, first game of the season, and the game ends in a 1-1 draw, the meltdown from game week 1 is going to be unreal.
Don't let us.
That's the thing that people are not deep in.
That's all I'm saying.
You have to keep this in mind. It's a pressure cooker scenario. And me and you spoke about it on Saturday, and you agreed with me regarding the pressure cooker scenario.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. I feel like.
So does Madueke alleviate the pressure?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It just piles on the pressure even more. Because as I said, Arteta said at the end of the last game of the season, "Oh, we need signings. We need signings. It's all or nothing." Even he said we need to win next year. Is the pressure's on? Obviously, as much as I banter you guys, Chelsea and Spurs winning a trophy has even put even more pressure. Chelsea, Spurs, and Palace, all of our main London counterparts have all won something. So there's even more pressure now for us to win next year. And if we don't, it's going to be on Arteta. And if we don't win something next year, I said it, Arteta needs to go. There's no excuses for me. I don't care how many injuries we get. I don't care if he didn't get the players he wants. I don't care if Vator gets Gyökeres and he wants Sesko. I don't really give a shit. The point is we need to win. And that's the only thing that matters next year, because I'm done having to sit here and shout at Chelsea, Liverpool, Palace, Spurs, and they're all bantering us for not winning nothing. I still don't want an FA Cup or anything like that. It needs to be a Prem or a Champs for me. That's it. It's all or nothing now. You know what I mean? And it's gonna come down to the signings, guys. It's gonna come down to the signings. If we make the wrong signings, it's gonna be over for us. I mean, Madueke is not an upgrade. He just isn't what we need.
Shik, Jacob, you both have been quiet in this section.
Oh, I mean, it's project, you know? Like, I understand. It's a whole project and all that type of stuff, so I get it. We'll see, man. They say this every single year. We're going to win. We have to win.
You know, when you go to certain classes in
college
college and the teacher's just talking, you're like, the fuck is he saying? Because he's not talking about anything.
Everything I've said is facts. Everything I've said is facts.
You okay?
If you can't comprehend
you
facts,
okay?
That's your issue.
You all right?
It's not mine.
You okay?
Everything I've said is a fact. Nothing is an opinion. No,
you keep repeating yourself. Are you a parrot?
I think he's got delay. He's
got something. Not that much.
Yeah, he definitely got delay.
He's always on smoke. He just sees that red shirt and he turns.
Man. Ever since he lost Ange, it's been a new time.
Yeah, it's been the Jacob villain.
Ozempic Tommy.
Heel Jacob
Tommy and all that. Yeah.
Big up Ozempic Tommy.
My favorite villain, man.
I thought we could go 35 minutes without Ozempic Tommy, but here we are. No, I just, it's the same fucking story over and over. Let's get a guy. We get a guy, and then they get Gabriel Jesus. We'll get a different guy. They get Raheem Sterling. We'll get a different guy. And now it's Noni Madueke. It's on par for the course, I think. And long may it continue, because it's a joke. And the fact that there's Arsenal fans still like finding ways to cope with it is funny to me in a hilarious way. Just like the way that they're coping with everyone winning trophies except for them. I mean, hell. Crystal Palace won a trophy in London and they didn't. So it's kind of like, I understand the cope levels are at an all-time high. The dope dealers are banking it, rolling it, and they're, making ends on ends profit, just like our clubs. They make the money, but they don't want to spend the money. And bottom line, I heard an Arsenal fan say, if we're a serious club, we should go get Sesko and Gyökeres. And I actually agree with that, because you buy about 17 left backs and there's no problem with, the queue getting held up there. And to me, it just seems like a no-brainer. Go ahead and get them both. One's for the manager, one's for the director, if that's where they're disagreeing, if that's to be believed, then it's just funny, because the more they try to distance themselves from Tottenham, the closer they are to Tottenham. And it's just funny. They try to say, I'm with City and I'm with Liverpool. No, you're not. You go get back over here to this lunch table. This is where you're at. And, some of these people at this table over here, we've actually got trophies to talk about. It's kind of funny. But again, the levels of cope, I get it. We all try to, rationalize things and sleep at night because we need rest. And as a human, I support that.
But I've said that. I literally, the first thing I said was the other London clubs winning winning trophies is going to put more pressure on Arsenal to win next year.
But if you're saying those trophies mean nothing, then what is the pressure?
The pressure comes from the rival fans. That's what I'm saying.
But you're saying that it means nothing. You're a rival fan.
No.
I'm a rival fan saying it means something. You're saying it doesn't.
The trophy means nothing to Arsenal fans. But the pressure from rival fans bantering us for not winning something means that we have to.
So then it does mean something in turn.
To you guys, the banter.
But still, to you, if you're now using it as pressure.
Yeah, you just said that.
If there's not a blanket on me, but there's a weighted blanket on me, is there a blanket on me?
There's pressure regardless. There's pressure regardless. Even if you guys didn't win nothing,
for sure.
People were still bantering Arsenal for not winning anything anyway, even before Spurs.
But you said your words, your logic was us winning this trophy, Chelsea winning that trophy that are laughable, so below you, means nothing to you. But then 30 seconds later, you say it's applying pressure to the club because of the rivals fans and what it means to them. I don't understand the logic. I'm just trying to understand that bit.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to understand it. I've said what I've said, and that's
I'll be honest. I agree that
it's like I don't have to understand that shit comes out my ass, but it does.
That's fine.
Let me just say one thing. I understand that Chelsea winning the Conference League means nothing. I do agree with that. Yeah. But Spurs winning the Europa League.
What the fuck are you talking about, bruv? We're the only team in Europe to complete the fucking set, you waffler.
Hey, Lewis, go.
We are Europe's only complete club.
Real Madrid will never be in the Conference League.
Continent.
Real Madrid will never be in the Conference League. Bayern Munich will never be in the Conference League.
Yeah, nice. Good for them, man.
Barcelona will never be in the Conference League. Give it to
that
rest.
means they'll
PSG
never
is never going to be in the
complete the
Conference
set,
League.
bruv. That means they'll never complete. I don't care about Madrid.
Anyway,
I don't
point
care
is,
about Bayern. I care about the Gargantuan Blues.
As I was saying, you literally beat Anthony and Adrian. Pack it in. Anyway,
yeah, damn right. What a Conference League and the second Cup Winners' Cup for you, mate.
They would have been made fun of more if they had lost.
Are we doing
Let's
Conference
be
League
real.
and Cup Winners' Cup prop? I cannot believe this.
Done
I
it
got 6
all,
Champions
won
League.
it all, seen it all, conquered it all. Up the gargantuan.
I won it
blues,
as
but
well.
no
I
one else
won
can
it
say
all as well. I want it all as well.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Lewis,
Listen
don't
with your
complete
I've won
the-
I
more
saw
than you
people
are,
lifting
you
it.
sound like an Arsenal
complete
fan.
the-
We
complete
don't
the
care,
English,
bruv.
English set too.
I saw
Anyway,
people
back
lift
to
that
the
Champions League.
topic.
And everything as well.
Spurs winning the Europa League does matter though, because Spurs are Arsenal's biggest rival. They are the club that they hate most, and they've won a European trophy. That's not like some minor dead thing. Like the Europa League is a respectable trophy to win. It's not like obviously you're saying, oh, like Arsenal will never be in the Europa League. Arsenal were in the Europa League. Liverpool were in the Europa League. United were in the Europa League. Chelsea were in the Europa League. The Europa League is a trophy that is a respectable trophy. I'm not saying it's like wow. Of course, it's not Premier Champs, but it's still a respectable trophy. You know, it's like a FA Cup level. It's like that level of trophy. You know, so that's the reason for the pressure. I think the biggest reason for the pressure is the fans right now are in a pressure cooker scenario, and you have not given your fans anything to uplift them. Like if Arsenal announce Rodrygo tomorrow, all these miserable ass Arsenal fans will suddenly be happy. All of these like miserable as fuck Arsenal fans will be happy.
I agree, yeah.
You dark fuck, shout your fuck. You ban fuck, ban your fuck. As I was saying,
two from India.
Yeah, hold that up the Chelsea.
You motherfucker.
So that's the thing for me. Like, and obviously, like Wirtz has pressure on him to perform. City have pressure on them to come back. But let's say Liverpool don't win the league next season, but we win the Champions League method, and we go like, great season, because I just saw my club win the league. You can be very happy about it. But Arsenal are just in meltdown mode, bro. They're just it's just so close for a tipping point. It's like all these, like they've got 100 million fans and just one big ass pressure cooker, and they all want to jump off at some point in time and just get to the light. And within the first 6 games, we'll know already. Anfield, St. James's Park, because guess what? The excuses have dried out for Arteta now. We don't give a shit how difficult your start is. No one cares. And credit to Solz, he said that himself. No one gives a fuck. Respectfully, no one gives a fuck. Solz himself, even as someone who backs Arteta, doesn't give a fuck. I don't care who you play. I don't care if it's Madrid and then it's City and then it's PSG. And khalas, you have to win now. It's game done.
Yeah, 100% agree.
It's also like they were second favorites to win the league last year. Obviously, nobody knew. All of us didn't know that Liverpool were going to have the season that they were going to have. Going into this season, they're not even second favorites. They're allowing both their other title rivals to go out there and spend money and get all these different players. So I think like Arsenal fans should absolutely be livid at this moment that their 2 big title rivals currently are going out there and getting business done. Like, look at how much Man City have spent since January. Look at Liverpool. Everyone talks about like how FSG don't spend money. Well, okay, they spend money now, and they've gotten one of the best players in the world. Shout out Vator Games. There you go. But yeah, like I would be absolutely livid if I were them. That your 2 title rivals are going out and getting, they're strengthening. And this honestly, like, yeah, I banter Arsenal and stuff all the time, but this is the window that they should be having. This is about time for them to have a window like this, like Liverpool and Man City are having. And it's just one of those things where, I mean, this just tells how serious the club is, maybe how the manager is. I'm not going to, pin it down to one single person, but just the club in general. Like, you guys should be doing this type of business. To be honest, like, you could even argue this type of business should have been done a long time ago. When you made that first title push, you should have done business like this after that. Because I think you actually would have won after that. You were top of the league for 200 plus days. You needed a striker. Everyone's been crying for a striker at Arsenal Football Club, but you were going out there and signing defenders.
Yeah, look, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans are saying, oh, we've still got a lot of time for the window. Everyone needs to relax. But the issue with me isn't the timeline of the window. It's how your rivals are spending versus how you're spending. Yeah. If everyone around you is spending very quickly and getting all their main targets and signing who they want, and Arsenal are just feeling and advancing, it's the amount of times I've read that we're advancing on players. Nothing happens. The same weekly bullshit I keep hearing every single week. So for me, there needs to be some more assertiveness in the window. Our recruitment is the only thing that hasn't changed at Arsenal for the last 5-6 years. Our defense has changed. A lot of things have changed at Arsenal. One thing that has never changed is our recruitment. We're always slow to sign players. We're always slow to get our targets.
Don't forget the lack of European trophies.
Okay,
but it's also like for example,
let me before we move on to talk about the small village in London. Vator, you haven't been here, obviously. Big up to you. What do you think of this Arsenal situation right now? Linked to Noni Madueke today, Matt Law. What's your thoughts on this Arsenal thing?
I hate. I'm always out here, and you guys accuse me of gaslighting because I'm not saying, I guess, what you want me to say. Like, Arsenal surprised the world when they did what they did 3 seasons ago, right? They were like, they shot like a cannon, and they were on fire, and it wasn't expected. It wasn't expected at all with regards to them title challenging and them actually performing that way. And again, they, no disrespect, but they humbled Klopp and Liverpool because they finished ahead of them and they were challenging City for the title. And they did it again the following season. Those things, I think, happen a lot sooner. And obviously, from the fan base standpoint, their expectations grew to be like, we need to be winning it if we're challenging already. They fell off due to injuries last year. I think the panic that some Arsenal fans are having, I think it's a little premature. I think it's early. I know they're not doing the business like a City and Arsenal, but look how disastrous City's season was and who have left the club, right? When you look at some of the exits over at Arsenal, you can't really look over your shoulder and be like, we've had big misses. We've had players that are really going to impact us. Partey's one, but he may even stay. It's not even confirmed whether he's going to leave or not. So it's kind of, I think,
Jacob, only you will understand what I'm about to say. Vator says you accuse me of gaslighting and then proceeds to gaslight for 30 seconds straight. Okay, me and you are in agreement on Vator. Biggest gaslighter. Watch his face. Watch his face. Act like he said something normal. Yeah, go on.
Gaslight.
Yeah, so Mr. Gaslighter.
Vator.
Mr. Gaslighter.
Don't worry, Vator. I stand with you, mate.
No, 1 second. Lewis, don't be.
Why is everyone repeating the same thing?
Mr. Gaslighter Vator. Yes, perfect. Hello, Gaslighter. So you're on full screen.
Vator.
Look at the camera with a straight face and explain Madueke signing is a good one for us, then.
Oh, okay. That one particular signing, I can't say whether it's good or not. But we were talking about their transfer window.
Yeah, his body language is the same every time he gaslights, bro.
I'm not
no. This
looks like an Italian server. He's like,
so no one is accusing you. Then you just proved that point.
No, you're in this particular signing, but I was talking about their entire transfer. Like this transfer saga, it's not like there shouldn't be any panics right now. Because Zubamendi, right? Zubamendi, we like that.
Zubamendi, I do love that.
That player's going to Arsenal, and for a club like Liverpool that wanted it, right? When you had Hussam that was like, I want this, and because he didn't come, he had an enemy for life. That being a signing at Arsenal has got to be positive, right? If a Liverpool club,
yeah, but you didn't hear what Solz said. The problem is Partey's leaving.
Is
it for sure? Because I think they might just strengthen. I think it's
no. So he's been removed off the Premier League website when it comes to next season, according to what I've seen. He could be back on, but when I checked it last, he's been removed. And according to a lot of news reports, he's now set to leave. Right. So the deal has not been agreed. Right. I don't know if he wants a pay rise or a longer contract. Either way, he wants one or the other, and we're not willing to provide that to him, which I think is stupid because we can't afford to replace him.
Vator wants Arteta after Pep leaves. He told me. Everything makes sense now.
Is Vator a City fan?
Yeah. These are trophies acquired from Manchester City. Wait, why is that a bad thing?
So now all your gaslighting makes sense now.
I completely agree with Vator. I think Arteta is the next best option after Pep. I think he'll be.
I agree. Hey, send Arteta to Man City. Let's go. Hey, league titles galore, mate. I'm good.
This is the problem, Vator. None of them break Arteta. None of them break Arteta.
That's funny. That's funny because before
only one assistant manager won your treble.
Before Arteta, Hussam was referring to you guys as a side chick. He wasn't worried about Arsenal at all. And since Arteta, he humbled. That is the truth. That's why you got ran off Twitter X. And since Arteta arrived, he said goodbye to Klopp. Klopp got tired of finishing third to Arteta and said, it's time for me to call it quits. Correct. So the reason why I'm comfortable with Arteta potentially coming to City if it were later on is because, yes, Arsenal would say goodbye. They'd let him go. Arteta would have to rebrand or get his success rate up, and the fact that he knows City, and I think it's more so of the club doing the right things and making Arteta a coach. I think we could cook with Arteta. But that's many years from now.
And he's a good coach. And he's a good coach.
He's a very good coach. All he should be doing, and listen, Solz, all he should be doing, if he does have any player power, player decisions, that needs to be removed. That's where I'm in disagreement. If that is happening at Arsenal, just make him a coach. He should not be deciding on which players.
City, anyone?
What'd you say?
Sorry.
How about some Man City? Anyone? That'd be Arteta's first transfer.
Hey, listen,
The club would never let that happen.
You never know. Listen, we have to let him go. We have to let him go. By the way, you can take him for free, Dave. Vator. You can take him for free if you want. You can take Havertz for free.
I don't know. Havertz doesn't work in our system, unfortunately. You guys will have to stick with that. But but the transfer window overall, I don't think Arsenal fans should be panicking. I know it looks like they're not doing enough because of what Liverpool and City are doing, but for who you guys are targeted with, and I know the departure part they kind of ruins that, but you guys have been strengthening. I know they're not the big names, but you guys have been strengthening to what you were beforehand, right? So I get it. They're not sexy names.
So when you say they shouldn't be worried, where do you have Arsenal finishing next season as currently things stand? Let's say even do one better. Let's say they go and get some of those targets. Do you have them finishing above you?
Do I have them finishing above us?
Yeah.
No, but it's not going to be a wash. Okay, I think it's still going to be. I think we're looking at week 30, week 35, week 36, and we're still in it.
But we have Arsenal fans sitting here saying that they have to win next season. So why shouldn't they be worried about this transfer window when their title rivals are strengthening?
Yeah, but bro, either way, this is what I'm trying to say to you. And I said it to Hassam on Saturday. Either way, even if we go and get Gyökeres and we get, for example, Nico Williams and we get Zubimendi and we keep Partey, it's not guaranteed. Like we have to win next season. I think we challenge either way. We challenge for the league. Whether we get across the line though, it's going to be much harder now because the teams around us are strengthening even more.
You're not going to get over the line.
No, but that is my point.
You don't know that.
You need to be making signings like this.
Hey, with Madueke coming in, I promise you ain't going to get over the line. By the way, speaking of not getting over the line, let's speak about another club that didn't get over the line against Flamengo. We're going to move on to talk about Chelsea because yesterday I saw Lewis on the street.
You said Village in London. I thought we were talking about Tottenham.
No.
Wow.
No. Tottenham are Europa League champions. Respect yourself. Anyway, big up to all of you guys.
We're the finals of Europe, you prick.
Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Everyone, please hit the like button and subscribe. I know that when I look at the like count, I'm going to get disappointed because you guys are frauds. But anyway, big up to you, Reed, and big up to you, Andrew. Let's get the likes up, chat. So, as reported by Matlaw, see, we're very fair. We use Matlaw for the first section and the second section. Let me just give people the rundown, and then we'll give the mic to Lewis. Today, it was reported the story with Maignan is over. He is not going to be headed to Chelsea. So, that is a sad thing. There were 4 goalkeepers listed. 1 will be sold, 1 will be loaned out. So, I don't know what that means. Maybe they're running it back with Sanchez. And as Tabang here has posted in the chat, Chelsea and Manchester United are weighing up a possible scenario where Cuckoo and Garnacho could be going to opposite clubs. And the Garnacho links are not going away. Hello, Carefree Lewis, mate. Talk to me, brother.
So,
yes.
I hate journalists. Because all they do is waffle and drop think pieces and bullshit headlines that everyone just goes and runs with. Can you bring this up, please?
Yeah, go on.
Let's all read the article together, guys. Chelsea and Manchester... What? Chelsea and Manchester United... Oh, yeah, we got to read slowly for the Arsenal fans. Cool. Chelsea.
No, it's not loading. It's actually not on the screen.
It is on the screen.
It is. Maybe it's just for you.
Oh, my God.
Chat, can you see it?
Thing is fucking mad.
Yeah, I can see it.
Chat, can you see this article?
Can you guys see? Okay,
yeah,
now I see it. What the hell is this? What the hell is wrong with this application? Anyway, go on.
Yeah, it's probably just StreamYard thing from your end. Yeah, they can see it. All right, cool. Chelsea and Manchester United are weighing up the possibility of trying to send Nkunku and Garnacho in opposite directions this summer. Nkunku and Garnacho both want to quit their respective clubs, and the prospect of them trading places has not been ruled out, although there is no expectation of a swap deal being negotiated. Here's the big paragraph as well, and the third one. Separate transfers involving Nkunku and Garnacho moving in opposite directions would solve headaches for both United and Chelsea, but the clubs are yet to hold direct talks on the matter this summer. So there has not been any talks about a swap deal. There's no expectation of there being a swap deal. There is interest on both sides. United have looked at Nkunku. We've looked at Garnacho. I'm not going to say that that's not the case, but this talk about a swap deal hasn't even been spoken about. It's just a think piece, just to run scaremongering bullshit narratives and to just piss off United and Chelsea fans. It even says here, further below, Chelsea want to sign a left winger during the summer window with Garnacho part of a three-man list of targets that include Gittins and Fofana. We all already knew that. Dortmund expect Gittins to move to Chelsea despite turning down a £42 million bid this month. That's the only relevant part of this article. Dortmund still expect Gittins to be a Chelsea player despite them turning down our latest offer. That's it.
Okay, but don't you think you're acting like you're not interested in the guy?
No, I've literally just said he's in a three-man shortlist 20 seconds ago.
Okay. Out of
in
the
terms
three-man
of
shortlist, does
likelihood,
anyone
I think he's the
excite?
least likely
Okay,
of the three.
No problem. Out of the three-man shortlist, does anyone excite you of them three?
No. Absolutely
So the
not.
three men, just for the people maybe who are like driving or something, the three men are Garnacho, Gittins, and
Garnacho.
No, Garnacho, Gittins.
No, like Reaper's saying I'm not acting like we're not interested. No. It's just this idea of a swap deal is bullshit and it's off nothing. It's a think piece.
Yeah,
there's been no talk.
Put swap to the side.
Side thinks it's happening. There's no good swap deal.
Not a swap deal.
I think it's simply just the fact that like
these
we're
three wingers rank them.
No reason.
These three wingers rank them 1, 2, 3. Who would you sign in order?
Fofana, Gittins, Garnacho. Just because I've heard Fofana's got better decision making. Gittins is a good wide dribbler. He's strong, but like he ain't got great IQ. Garnacho's got none of them, and he's not a great dribbler, and he comes with a shit attitude and is fucking loudmouth, brother. Stay away from my club. I wouldn't want any of them free, to be honest. I'd take Rodrygo or Leao over either of them.
Shik, you gonna let him talk about your guy like that?
I would echo the same thing. I want him gone as well.
No, but you got to talk.
Listen, all I'm waiting
now
for is
what?
Garnacho. We've seen Garnacho in a Villa shirt. Let me see Garnacho in a Chelsea shirt real quick. You know, have a little Cole Palmer on the back or something.
Hey, all I'm saying is he wore a Rashford shirt. He didn't wear a Sancho one. That's all I'm saying.
It's true.
And I actually think, like, bias aside, I think he suits Villa more than he suits Arsenal or Chelsea. Because at least they play transition ball. They play direct. You give him space. You don't have to dribble in tight areas. You might actually get a little something out of him.
And he's not a bad player, honestly. I don't think he's a bad player. I genuinely just think...
Oh, no, he's garbage. Oh, he's
Garnacho.
horrible.
I don't think... Look, I think for a 20-year-old, for the amount that you're going to pay for him, I think he's definitely able to improve. I think he's got a lot of raw talent. I think he is good. But I just feel like his personality is going to be his downfall, his attitude.
Gee, what are you doing? Talk him up.
Do you know how many minutes he's played? Do you know he's won 20 games without a goal this season?
Sheik, what are you doing?
And he got like a 30% dribble success.
Do you know he had a 5.4 shot conversion rate in the middle of this season?
What's going on here, Sheik?
He's at a poor season.
Also, what's going on in the chat? Why are all the Chelsea fans calling Lewis out as well? Can't lie, Hussam Lewis is in denial. This is one of the guys that watches you too, Kingsley.
I asked earlier, denial about what? I've never said that we're not interested in him. I think he's the least likely of the three options. Because I think United are still looking for 50, 60 million. Gittins is cheaper. Fofana's cheaper. And they're both better. And they come with less baggage.
The thing is,
It's
today,
the least likely of the
Sasha...
three. You're just the most scared of Garnacho than the other options, which I hear. So am I. But I also think it's the least likely.
Hey, today Sasha came out and said Malik Fofana...
Why are we linked to Garnacho? Because he's young, he fits the Wade structure, and he's a direct winger, even though he's shit at it. That's why. I don't agree with it, but that's why he's on the shortlist.
Fofana today was linked to Liverpool by Sasha Tavolieri. I'm sure you saw it.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's the thing. I think, listen, without doing too much or scaremongering, if it's my personal opinion, I would say Gittins ends up at Chelsea.
I said, so that's not an issue. When have I said that that's okay? I've been against this since the January. I think, Reaper, you're angry, but you're directing at the wrong guy. Because I don't get what we're disagreeing on. I really don't.
I think that report is simply like... We were
Which
linked
one?
with Nkunku since like December, and I think it's been a thing where like, okay, one
That is
player
nothing.
Chelsea's linked with, one player
not
United's
even
linked with.
bringing
Let's put out a swap transfer report. I think it's literally lazy journalism. That's literally
Okay,
just
now
what
it's
it is.
loaded.
Yeah.
Is Garnacho?
Look at this: 30
Garnacho's so young. Is he
percentile
considered?
for progressive passes, 30th percentile for take-ons, 34th percentile for non-penalty goals, and this. Do you think we're going to pay 50, 60 million for this?
Look,
no.
Yeah, look, I think his efficiency is poor and his numbers prove it, right? He's definitely not an efficient player in terms of end product.
And he's played a lot of games.
Even when it comes to even when it comes to assists and stuff like that.
Progressive carry is only good in transition.
Wait, one second, Vator. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
I just think his talent ID. I think his talent ID is there. I think he's definitely got the raw ability. Do you know what I mean? Because I've seen him, bro. Come on, let's not lie. We've seen Garnacho have some very good games. I've personally played.
Yeah, I've seen Havertz have some good games. He's still the worst striker I've seen at my club.
No, I know, but I mean, like Garnacho, in terms of as a player, when I've watched him play against Arsenal and play against other teams, he has been a scary player to come up against.
Yeah, you got to limit his
1 or 2 games in a 38-game season. Cool hype. We're doing a hype for 1 or 2 games in a 38-game season.
I wouldn't.
I just told you he went 20 games without a goal, and look at some of the teams that we played in those games.
Shik, what's going on over?
Horrible player.
Horrible.
And for the level that he thinks he's at as well, it's insane.
Now, Chelsea couldn't sign him. Like, I
don't know why Vator is acting like Lance Stewart is watching the stream and wins.
Vator, go on. Vator, tell me, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing?
They aren't here. They're too busy watching 15-year-olds from Paraguay.
Is it not business 101 if you're trying to sell something that you don't badmouth it? Like, what's happening every time?
The stats are out there. What selling am I going to do? So I'm going to sit here and tell Lewis, you should buy Garnacho because he's a good player. He's going to put up these stats and be like, good player where?
Not even that. I've watched him as well. Eye test stinks too.
Is there nothing good about Garnacho?
No, I think there's something.
I mean, I don't think being young is being good. That's one thing I will say.
The only thing good about Garnacho
good at transitioning from counterattacks and just like shooting on sight.
He's not your Premier League out and out winger. He doesn't have that pace and power, that physicality that a lot of other wingers have. He's not direct. I don't think he's direct. I've barely seen him try to take on a man, and he can't take on. Bro, I've seen him play against Newport County, and he was pocketed in the FA Cup 2 seasons ago against Newport County. But you want to sit here and tell me that, I should be sitting here selling this player. I want him gone. I don't care if he goes to Chelsea. I don't care if he goes to Villa. I don't care if he goes to Mumbai Warriors. Get this guy fucking gone, bro. Like, I genuinely don't care.
How does he go when you say he's not a good player and there's no redeeming, no good quality about him? That's the thing that's confusing to me. If I was here and there was a player that I want to get out of here, right? If it was me trying to emphasize a Jack Grealish or me trying to emphasize Calvin Phillips, I'm not going to badmouth them for the entire show. I'm going to point out some of the things on why he would be good, because there was a reason why he came to your club to begin with, right? So maybe that hasn't been developed through the managers that are there.
Yeah, he was signed from Atletico Madrid.
Fabrizio, Chelsea and United discussed Nkunku Garnacho last December. All parties informed, but no club-to-club talks now yet. So again, no talks on it.
Yeah, look,
it's just one of those things. They are linked to a player of us.
They did speak about it in January. I remember
Let me put out a lazy journalist tweet and say that there's a swap deal that could possibly happen. Bullshit.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. Why didn't you add Kobbie Mainoo in there? Kobbie Mainoo apparently was linked to Chelsea. So put Kobbie Mainoo and Nkunku in a swap deal. We'll probably hear something about like that tomorrow.
Yeah. I hope he ends up. Look, I hope he does. I hope he does end up at Villa. I think that's his best move.
Good riddance, man. I just the guy needs to go. His fucking attitude at this club, like people. I told this.
I've got a manager that can make bang average players really good. Apparently, so
I told this to Assam literally when I joined the stream. It's not the fact that all the stats that we brought up is why he's not a good player. It's not the fact that he went 20 games without a goal in the Premier League this last season, which is why he's not a good player. But boy, he puts one picture out of him in a Villa shirt, and all United fans are losing their shit. Like, is that really what you focus on?
Yeah, but it's mind games. No, but it's mind games though. It's mind games.
It's not even that though. It's just like, bro, like this fan base are using this now to lose their shit. So, God forbid someone else puts their self in another Premier League shirt or this and that, and then everyone's gonna start losing their brains because he's put himself in a Villa shirt or he's put himself in a
United
Brighton
fans
shirt.
are funny, man.
Like, come on, man. Paul Scholes, after we lost the Champions League final to Barcelona, was wearing a Barcelona kit on the pitch, and I didn't hear no shit like that.
No,
Like,
look, they're trying to get the value
like this,
lowered.
bro.
They're trying to get the value lowered. I would just.
I
honestly,
think he's just trying to sell himself to other clubs. We have another guy at our club who's doing the same thing, Marcus Rashford, the same person who just came out and said that, oh, Thierry Henry, I spoke to him, I get inspired by Thierry Henry, and I think I should be playing as a 9. But a couple of years ago, I'll tell you, Vader, a couple of years ago when Ollie was at our club, he specifically told Ollie, he even told Gary Neville and sat down with him 2 years ago and told him that I prefer playing as a left winger. So what has changed? What
2 years have changed. Hussam, talk to this guy. Tell him about Trent. Things change over 2 years, Sheik.
Bro,
what are we doing here?
Okay, so all of a sudden, all of a sudden, because you want to, I'll tell you what, Vader. The reason why he's saying this, is because when he goes to Barcelona, he will play as a 9. He's not going to play over Nico Williams. He's not going to play on that left-hand side. He's going to play as a 9, and he's literally selling himself to Barcelona. Bro, but Lamine Yamal is my favorite player. I asked Lewis right now, he'll probably say Lamine Yamal. I would love to play with Lamine Yamal. I asked Solz, I asked Lewis, I asked Jacob, I asked Assam. All of them will say, I would love to play with Lamine Yamal. It's nothing. That means nothing. It's like me saying I would love to go on a date with Margot Robbie. Does that mean Margot Robbie wants to go on a date with me? Fuck no. It doesn't mean anything. Like, this is the shit that I'm talking about. These guys are trying to get rid of themselves at this club. And I get it. It makes sense because we don't want you here either. We don't. So get them gone.
The thing is, I'll be honest with you. I'm just going to take a step back here and we have to be honest. I don't know why Solz is quiet, but I know why Jacob's quiet because he likes twerking for Chelsea. But anyway, I'll be honest.
No, I was trying to take Garnacho for myself because Tommy Frank, that's his level. That is the level of player that he improves. He makes them so good. He brings them to the trailer park. He loads them up with the methadone. He gets them all playing the freaking great ball. I can't wait.
You know, I'm gonna say something right now. I can't believe I'm about to say. I will do Super Cup watch along, inshallah, and I will support Spurs to beat PSG, just so we can have, like, you know, we can have face there.
But Jacob, I didn't. Obviously, the last time I spoke to you, you guys had won it, and obviously Poch was still manager. Are you against Thomas Frank as a manager? I'm just asking.
Yeah, we spoke 11 years ago. Poch was our manager.
No. We spoke after the Europa final.
June 15th.
Yeah. Bring him to Tottenham, man. That's Tommy's level.
At least it means you might get Mbuemo with him as well. It's a two.
That's dead. That's been dead for a few days now.
Also, I seen the chat. Vel said
because he was like, no, I just want United.
By the way, Mbuemo,
get away from me, Thomas. I left the trailer park. You got to move on.
Mbuemo to United is dead as well because nothing has happened with that. But anyway, let me make my point anyway. Look, here's the thing: Garnacho or Madueke for Arsenal, who's better? Okay, I'm gonna say something mad. Based on where Arsenal are, Madueke is worse.
Yeah, same. I agree.
I'll tell you why. Because Arsenal have been challenging and finishing second for 3 years in a row. You go and sign Madueke, it's a spit in the face of every single Arsenal fan. That's why it's worse. Now, let me say what I want to say about Chelsea. I'm going to be completely honest.
Sounds like a high five.
You guys know when I'm being shameless. Thank you 20 times. You guys know when I'm being shameless, and you know when I'm being honest. Let me just say this. I believe Chelsea deserve to get called out just as much as Arsenal do, because Lewis, rightfully so, came in here at the start of the summer and said, listen, next season, we have to challenge. Not necessarily win, even if you like fall off in March or whatever, you have to challenge. Yeah. So Chelsea were another football club that were looked at this summer to make serious signings. And when I say serious signings, I don't even mean Chelsea need to go sign like Isak and Musiala and shit. Like, no one's expecting that at Chelsea right now. And it would be very unfair of us to say so. I'm saying even Chelsea need to sign like Cunha, Ekitike, you know, players of that caliber, at least players who are like very good, that have a potential to be world class, that have a potential to be elite. You know, obviously Maignan didn't work out, but then go get like the next best option, blah blah blah. I know you've been linked with a bunch of keepers, like some of them are good, like Ahmed.
No, we're dropping PR that Robert Sanchez saved us 9 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know Ahmed is a massive fan of that Lille keeper. What's his name? Chevalier. I know he really likes him. So like there are good options there. But the thing is, like with Chelsea were another football club that needed a summer to take them over the line. That needed a summer where you go like, okay, guys, look, We're back in the UCL. Let's send a massive sign to the rest of the Premier League. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's just go ahead and let's cook with everyone. But right now, Chelsea are bullshitting just as much as Arsenal are bullshitting. And I'm just going to be completely objective about it, because I would be completely hypocritical if I call out Arsenal but I don't call out Chelsea, because Chelsea needed to be serious. Like, Chelsea needed to come in here and go like, yo, let's go. You know, by the way, like, even if Chelsea signed someone like Lookman, you know, not even necessarily someone like, oh, wow, they signed Lookman, but at least a goal-scoring winger, you know, something that they need. Someone who's played in the UCL before. Like, these are the things that they talk about.
Someone just proven. I completely agree, because I've been saying this on my streams. We're having the exact same window I'd expect us to have if we finish 7th. So now I'm thinking, what was all this rush about getting into the top 4 about? Because I wanted it to be something to propel us to a title race the season after. And I do also understand the other side of it, where it's like, yeah, we have the youngest squad in the Prem and they've already got 4th and they're all going to continue developing and getting better. So I understand that side of the argument too, and I hear it. But I beg you, just put 1 or 2 experienced players that have actually done it at the top level around them, just to help them through. Is it that difficult? Maignan is right there, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, on wages that suit us perfectly, 60k a week. No one else needs a goalkeeper that's in a Champions League bar Tottenham, and they're not going after them. And what? Oh, we don't want to pay 8 more million for him, but we're going to negotiate for Jamie Gittins for the next month and a half. It's fucking bullshit. I thought us getting into UCL would mean that we would look at a higher quality of player as well as them still doing the youth thing. I already understand we're just going to keep doing this youth thing as long as we got these owners, whatever. Would it kill you to just add a little bit of experience around them? Because then you do your youth project. It's fine. We're still going to be competing for major honors. Everybody wins. Everyone's happy. We're going to win trophies. We're going to do everything. And we've got a sustainable young project around it as well. Brilliant. No. Kids, and more kids. It's a fucking joke. We're still negotiating for Gittins. We're going to give Dortmund the amount they said that they were going to get in April. He's still not proven himself. Yeah, and we're still not even looking at another centre-back. And then on top of all of that, I'm meant to believe that I'm going into another Premier League season with that bold hoof merchant in goal. I'm watching the Flamengo goalkeeper passing the ball out of pressure straight into the feet of his own players. My guy is just hoofing it out for throw-ins. And this is the guy I'm meant to go for a league title with, because I'm not going to be happy if we're in the top 4 race again. We celebrated it this year. Great, good, we made it. Fine, not again. This season should be a title race. I'm not accepting anything less. And right now, again, the same fucking window as we would if we were in 8th place. And personally, right now, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. It is still early in the window. I get that. Things can still change. But if I'm looking at everything right now, this is disappointing. This is very disappointing.
I think it's the same thing with Arsenal. I think you guys have been linked to some good targets, but it's just trying to get them across the line. It's just been difficult. You know what I mean? I think getting UCL football is big because you can attract a lot better players. But I just feel like it's just too slow. It's just too much overthinking. Should we pay this? Should we pay that? Should we give him? Should we try and negotiate with him? You know what I mean? I just feel like clubs around us are just so stern with their business, so direct. Like I see how City got 8 Nori. I see how Liverpool got Florian Wirtz. I look at all of these players, and I think they just went for them. They went for them, negotiated, paid the money, got them, negotiated salary, done. And I just feel like Arsenal and Chelsea are both just gambling around and advancing and feeling players. And I don't understand if especially when it comes to Arsenal, I don't know if it's similar with Chelsea as well, but if you're just going to dance around the what's the point in having a sporting director?
They danced around with the Maignan price tag.
Yeah.
I don't get how they go for a goalkeeper and then they just turn around and say we don't want any goalkeepers at all.
Yeah, and he's a good keeper.
No. We've heard that we are going back in for a goalkeeper. It just won't be Maignan now.
which I don't
Okay,
understand.
fair enough. But then I also heard that, like, for example, Petrovic, like, why not just give Petrovic a chance? You loaned him out, and he was a good goalkeeper for you guys when he was here, and now all of a sudden he's down the pecking order.
But he's not. But he's not going to challenge them for a league, though. He's not.
No, I get that, but it's like, okay, you
I'd have a better chance
I
with
think
him
Lewis.
than
If I asked
Sanchez.
Lewis right now, he'd rather keep Petrovic than
He
Sanchez.
was the best performing goalkeeper in France last
So
season.
even as like a backup,
that to me counts for something.
Yeah, look, I think Chelsea need a keeper. That's their biggest. I think that's one of their biggest issues, right? Because Sanchez is a liability, man. The amount of points that he lost them last season was crazy.
I think that little title push that they had at the start of the season should have been enough for the board to be like, okay, we actually need to invest into this team and for this manager. Because with this squad, they made that little bit of a title push.
But really, you know
what it's told them? It's the other way. It's told them that what they're doing is working. Ultimately, the way they're viewing it is that Chelsea is still progressing. We've gone from 12th to 6th, 6th to 4th. Our defensive form's improved, and that's with the youth model that they've been strict with. So what they're seeing is that it's working. So they're not going to change it. They're not going to sack anybody. And I can even like respect to a point that it is working. I've not even said that it's not. Ultimately, we're 4th with the youngest Premier League squad, and they're going to get better. But fuck me, add 1 or 2 experienced names if they fit our wage structure. That's it. Maignan would have told me so much about this ownership in a positive light, because it would have said to me, okay, cool, you're going to keep doing the youth thing, but you are going to bring market opportunities if they present themselves, and you're going to get them done. Now, no. It's just we either win with kids or we don't win. That's it.
Yeah. It's definitely an issue. But you know, when I look at things objectively, though, outside of Liverpool and Man City, who else has actually been doing business in the Premier League like efficiently? I feel like, yeah. So that's what I said. Outside of Liverpool, Man City.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Chelsea.
Yeah. I just feel like I think a lot of teams need signing. I think Arsenal needs signings, Spurs need signings, United needs signings, Chelsea needs signings. But everyone's been kind of slow with everything. The Mbuemo thing was dragged on a long time. Like obviously Cunha was signed a while ago, but I just feel like maybe we are just getting a bit too ahead of ourselves. But I think there's more pressure on Chelsea and Arsenal because there's more expectation for us to challenge for the league next year. And the people around us are doing their business early. You know what I mean?
This guy's so fraudulent.
By the way, Hassam, you were saying that the whole Mbuemo thing is dead. We just submitted an improved offer to Brentford in totaling in excess of 60 million plus.
Okay, speaking of Liverpool, everyone here knows my opinion. I even did the Liverpool solo stream today, and we had a conversation with the Liverpool fans where Lewis was trying to be shameless in the chat, but then I cooked his fraudulent self. So let's talk about,
bro. You were trying to cuss me out for having an illness.
Yeah, illness. Yeah, you look so sick right now. I'm such a bad guy. You look so sick.
I had a fry up. It helped.
The fact that Egal's not here made you feel better. That's what you said. So
that as well. Big up Egal, though.
Big up Egal. Big up Egal. After all that, big up Egal, eh? Anyway, listen, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe. Keep getting involved in the chat. Keep getting stuck in. So, Liverpool Football Club. Obviously, more links to Isak. Looking at the striker. Since we last spoke. Since we last spoke as well, there has been links to Guehi now. Mark Guehi. Selling Kwanzaa to Leverkusen for 30 million plus 5 million add-ons with a buyback clause as well. Elliott quoted 43 million for Brighton. Jota quoted 42 million for Newcastle. Vator, I'll start with you, mate. Talk about Liverpool right now.
I don't know how you guys do it. You know what? You guys do the opposite of what Shik does over at United. You don't talk these players down. You don't talk about how they're crap and have no footballing ability. Because
like Hossam doesn't talk about Darwin Núñez every single time. Like he doesn't.
Oh, Darwin is fucking shit.
Exactly. Like he doesn't talk about Darwin Núñez all the time.
Hey, I know the Napoli director ain't watching me anyway, so we good. I'm safe.
Don't forget Robbo, mate.
Yeah. Like he doesn't talk about his players and saying that they're shit and they need to be moved on.
Notice the players that he talks about and haven't been moved on, and notice the players that he doesn't talk about and they're moving on. He mentioned Jota. He mentioned Cunha. I mean, who's the defender?
Elliot? Oh, Kwanzaa.
Yeah, Elliot and Kwanzaa, right? He's mentioned these players in a positive way, and they're able to sell them. not bashing them every single day. And now,
sorry, my bad. I'm bashing a player that scored one goal in 20 games. I'm sorry. I can't.
Shik, I'm just pointing out. Listen, you can keep doing what you're doing. I'm just pointing out the difference, right? I'm just pointing out the difference. When he does talk about Nunes and Robbo, they're still here. They're currently there at Liverpool, right? The other ones that he doesn't bash all the time, they're actually able to sell them. You United fans continue doing what you do, and if you think you're going to get a difference in terms of the world's going to listen to you and you're going to sell them easily, go ahead. But the business happening over at Liverpool, incredible. Now, what's funny is previous seasons, they would sell first before buying. They bought first, and now they're selling. So I think the right person is back at Liverpool. The person that got tired has now left, and there was a vacuum, and a vacuum with regards to continued success. And I think Liverpool got it right. Did they get it right at the time? No, but they got it right now. So the Hughes and the Edwards that are currently at the club, this is what I'm seeing from Liverpool. All right, and we should all be concerned about this. We should all be worried because the nerds, the laptops are making these decisions, and look at what they're doing this summer. They won the Prem, and they're strengthening to win it again. So I'm concerned because I didn't see this amount of selling, and if it means that they're going to go back into the market and get an Alexander Isak, Liverpool media darlings, no one's ever going to talk about them buying the league, but they would have bought the league. They would have strengthened so damn well that I would say that this league is for them to lose, because you can't have Salah with the season that he had last year coming back, and now you've added Wirtz, and now you're going to have Alexander Isak. They were already good defensively. They already took care of their midfield a couple seasons ago. So them strengthening it at the attack.
Do you think honor exists among thieves?
Who's a thief here?
You. Because you.
I'm a thief.
How many league titles have you bought?
Wait.
What? Wait, what? How many league titles you bought?
Tell me which seasons I've bought the league.
You bought 200 million worth of fullbacks in 2 summers, Mr. Thief.
I bought 2. Okay.
You won the league title and then went signed the best striker for 52 million and then gave his dad under the table payments.
And don't forget, we cannot replace him.
Wait. We're talking about under the table deals.
We cannot replace him.
We're talking under the table deals.
You bought Calvin Phillips, who me and you were on Spaces together, being compared to Declan Rice for 40 million. And you want to talk about buying the league?
Okay, Hussam, did we
buy the league this season by signing Chiesa and making £80 million profit?
Now you want to talk net and profit. Do you see how this guy's moving?
No, I'm doing that.
As a Chelsea fan, you are buying it all, mate.
Answer the question. Did Liverpool buy the league this year?
No, Liverpool did not buy the league this year. Did Liverpool?
Hey, I've got one league title without buying it at least.
Okay, did I buy the league title 2 seasons ago?
Yes, because you signed fucking Haaland.
Yeah,
No. That was many seasons ago. My
he signed Guardiola for 77 million.
Yeah, how much did you sign Guardiola for?
Guys, are we being serious here?
Yeah, because you want to try to say I'm a thief. You're trying to say I'm a thief when you are like.
I didn't mention any of that.
You have committed robberies.
Oh, this is guilt. This is a guilty conscience that you have. This is years of bashing City.
Not guilty at all. Spend the fucking money.
Okay, so you're spending the money. So if you're spending the money, are you moving like City? Are you telling me that City were buying the league and now you are buying the league? Like, what are we doing here? Are we thieves or not? Let me hear you say it.
No, because you're the one. First of all, don't try to use your logic against me in an argument.
Welcome to the dark side, Sam.
No, but you want to know something? This guy starts by saying that you're gonna buy the league, but it's him saying it that's the problem. You get it? Like, it's the fact that it's fucking
because no one else on
wrong message.
Yeah, wrong, completely wrong message. I'm not your brother is telling you wrong message.
Oil merchant. Welcome to the panel, mate.
Hey, we're finally spending money. I agree with you.
Row with us.
Lewis, I'll be honest with you. Lewis, as soon as you said wrong messenger, you completely get my point then.
No, I understand, man, but you still here with us. You buying the league now.
Yeah, just admit it. Let's buy all the leagues.
Yeah, now you are buying the league.
That's all that I brought up. That's why I brought it up.
How does it feel to throw money at problems, man? It feels great, doesn't it?
If we buy Isak, I agree with you guys.
We lose Trent's creativity. Okay, here's fucking Frimpong and here's Wirtz and here's Kirkes. Shut your mouth.
As things stand, we're not playing the league.
Oh, you're a wait. Hold on.
Brother, I just said if we sign Isak, I agree with you.
Even before you sign Isak.
No, you're already there. You're
already there.
You think we're buying the league because we made one big signing? Are you mad?
No, you've
made 3 great signings to counteract like
you bought the best left back in the league.
No. So Frimpong for 30 million that Jacob 3 weeks ago said is one of the best deals is buying the league. Kirkes for 40 million. Actually, Kirkes for 35 million also is now buying the league.
Yes.
No, Kirkes was one of the best left backs in the league. Hussam.
Okay, 1 second. So one big signing is buying the league now.
No, Hussam.
No.
Y'all are missing the big signing Tottenham made an hour ago.
When you buy the best left back in the
You
league.
haven't heard of the world-class signing?
I mean, you compare it to all of our transfers.
Yeah, when you buy the best left back in the league, you buy one of the.
He's not the best left back in the league.
No, last season he was. Last season, Kirkes was the best left back in the league.
No, Cucurella.
What do you mean? Him and Robinson.
Big up Kirkes. He had a good season, but you aren't Cucurella.
Well, anyway, I think he was one of the best then, if not the best, right?
He was
you
one.
Guys went and bought him. You bought Wirtz. You bought Frimpong. You're just buying everyone. So you're buying yourself
if
to the top.
If we buy Isak, then you can make that claim. But before Isak, you can't make that claim. It's a one big transfer. So very simple question.
And to be fair, you have broken the transfer record.
But it's also like to add to that.
But can I ask Solz a question that destroys his argument? The summer where you bought Declan Rice, did you buy the league if you won it?
We didn't win the league.
No, but that's not the point. Had you won the league, did you buy it?
Yes, they spent 65 million on Havertz too.
Yeah, on Havertz.
Yeah, so did you buy the league that summer?
They would have.
If they won it, they would have. Yes.
I mean, if they didn't waste the money.
But, I don't think Declan Rice's hype was as big.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Wirtz is
fucking insane copium.
Not even a bad thing to say. If I win the league and people say we bought the league, I'd be like, whoop-de-doo, I won the fucking league.
Yeah. End of the day,
that's all Hussam needs to do right now. Just admit it.
No. If we buy Isak, yes, you can say that.
It's also for both your situations. For Liverpool and for
just wave the medal in their face. Be like, yeah,
City barely spent in the summer, and now they're spending money. And Liverpool didn't spend in the summer, and now they're spending money. So it's like,
I spent money today.
But spent 350 million in the last 6 months.
But January, yes, but they didn't buy in the summer last year.
So if City win the league, they're buying it.
City went crazy because City spent a lot in January, and then spent a lot in the summer as well. City's transfers are crazy. City just buy.
I haven't heard anyone talking about my transfer today. Literally, here we go, Bomba.
What is it? Because you've said
Kota Takai from Kawasaki Frontale.
Who?
Koto Takai from Kawasaki Frontale.
Who the hell is that?
Hey, here we go, Bomba, an hour ago, and no one want to talk about it.
What country is that?
Japan, bro.
He'll probably sign for Arsenal.
And we just sacked the dude who dominated the Japanese league. But what do I know?
Hey, we're signing.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
Anyway, back to the relevant club, Premier League champion.
Koto Takai, man. You don't. Kota Takai, I think is the name.
Jacob?
Yeah, big up the Takai, whoever that is.
Put the fries in the bag.
Yeah.
Please put the fries in the bag. Please. Put the fries in the bag.
I'm just saying I spent more than Arsenal today.
You didn't want to do Mbuemo prop, but you want to do Takai, Bob.
I think there's a reason why we didn't hear about that signing, you know?
Because y'all are sleeping on Kotoka Takai.
No, because
yes, we are. Yeah, I'm completely sleeping.
Just wait till he...
WWE wrestler. Fucking Dakota Kai.
I wish I understood references to wrestling more.
Listen, at least they're signing someone, man. You know what I mean? At this rate, we're not signing fucking.
There you go, African Cat told you. Kota Takai.
Starving, man. So at least you signed someone. You're literally starving.
That's true. Hey, we spent $5 million today.
You are completely in starvation right now.
I'm starving literally as well. I'm literally starving.
Oh, you want to eat?
No. In all areas, because I don't understand. Like any signing I hear now, I'm just thinking, like,
don't worry, we got some for you.
You know what? Fuck it. At this rate, give us Noni Madueke, man. Fuck it.
Oh
yeah!
It
only took an hour and a half.
Give us bloody anyone at this rate. Give us Madueke. Give us
Garnacho. Yeah, you want Garnacho?
It's too late for you signing Kota to Kai, though. I'll tell you that
Maybe
much.
Arteta can do wonders with them. Who knows, man? You know what I mean? Who knows?
Even throwing a free in Kunku, man.
But
Listen,
back to the Liverpool topic.
Hey, taking Kunku as well. Brilliant, man. So a smart way.
Listen, I just
Lewis
breathe.
is number one most shameless guy on the planet.
He is. Do you know why? Because he knows that Arsenal always.
He literally has pictures of all these guys. And Kunku in like 4 or 5 different shirts.
I'm sorry, the sporting director at Chelsea and Arsenal must have some crazy relationship because the amount of signings that flow through, and it's usually Arsenal signing Chelsea players. When do Chelsea come?
There's been so many.
I can never imagine Chelsea coming to Arsenal and saying, "No, we'll give you 60 million for Martinelli. Take him. Come and take Martinelli."
Wow.
Martinelli, hell no.
You know what I mean? Take Trossard. Take Jesus. Take Havertz. Take it.
No, I'll take your centre backs.
Yeah,
Take your centre backs.
You definitely take our centre
No, but
backs.
going back to what Hussam wanted to talk about, Liverpool are doing amazing business this summer.
They have.
I don't think I will say this. I don't think Isak goes until Isak makes it clear that he doesn't want to be at Newcastle.
I'm just praying every day. I pray.
Why do you guys always do this? Why?
What do you mean? I genuinely don't think Newcastle takes such a big
grew
gamble.
up on the streets of Sweden wanting to become the next Shola Amiobi. Like he wants to. It's his lifetime dream to represent Newcastle United. Bro, Newcastle are not even a drop in the ocean. That's Liverpool. Who the fuck are Newcastle, bro? If I want a player from Newcastle, I go get his ass, bro. Fucking Newcastle United.
No, I'm genuinely saying this. Like, I don't think he leaves until he makes.
You think Isak wouldn't want to come to Liverpool, win Premier League, win Champions League?
I also say this: if let's say he does say that he wants to leave, you're not going to be the only club going in for him. I think Barcelona are going to be involved as well.
No, because Lewandowski's staying 1 more year.
Yeah,
okay,
and you know what's?
I mean, they'll still, if they find out a player of Isak is available on the market, I think a lot of clubs would try to go and sign him.
Also, can Barcelona afford them?
Hey, bro, I don't know what they'd be doing over there.
You know who I think here, bro?
They did just pull a player away from Tottenham's fingers. Rooney Berdigi.
Well, I wasn't aware.
Rooney Berdigi? We were in for him, but Barcelona said no. Or excuse me, he said no to us. He said, no, thank you, Tommy. I don't want to go to the trailer park today.
Do you know who I have to thank, though? Do you know who I have to thank here, right? I have to thank Man United, honestly, because if Man United don't beat Aston Villa in that game and Newcastle drop out of the top 4, he's already at Liverpool right now. That's the scary thing. If Newcastle don't get top 4, he's at Liverpool.
I wouldn't be at Liverpool.
No, he would have left. There's no way he would have stayed at Newcastle.
Garnacho and Chelsea.
Oh my god, man.
He would have been at Liverpool already. So we have to thank Man United for beating.
I want to talk about Flamengo. I'll take him to my favorite Ethiopian restaurant, Flamengo, bruv.
Gittins, man. That's a funny player. Another guy
guys, I'll be honest with everyone in the chat.
King to the bridge.
You'll be honest with what?
I'll be honest with you guys in the chat. We're definitely not buying the league this season because City have even spent more money than us. So the thing is, I think this year it's over for everyone if we sign Isak. Put the fries in the bag. It's done.
It is.
It's literally like 95%.
Of course he's done. You signed the best striker in the world. You signed one of the best 10s in the world. You signed others. What do you expect?
Yeah, and you signed Noni Madueke. That's why I'm completely relaxed.
And you better finish.
And the beauty of that gives Esteval the minutes he needs. I'll talk about East now. I'll wait till Esteval and Palmer start cooking on the right hand.
If we get Madueke,
you really just threatened that Arsenal could finish above me when you signed
yeah,
Madueke.
that's the funniest thing.
I'm just saying, you better finish above us.
You signed Madueke and you're telling me I better finish above you. I'm telling you I'm going to finish above the other 19 as well. I'm going to win.
Habibi, listen, you've slandered Sesko.
I'm going to win the whole thing.
You've slandered Sesko on this channel. You slandered Madueke.
Yes, I have. Sesko's shit.
Yeah, that's fine. If we sign Sesko and we sign Madueke and we sign Zubimendi, right? You better finish above us.
That's such a shit window.
You better. It's like a shit window, but then isn't it crazy?
How are you trying to make that window sound threatening, man?
That's so fucking shit, bro.
Listen. I've seen Arteta challenge.
Hey, if your window is Madueke, Sesko, and Zubimendi, I don't need Isak.
I've seen Arteta challenge.
I don't need Isak. I can beat you to a league title with Mateta.
That's fine. I've seen Arteta challenge for a title with
Sam, you see that window that we're talking about?
Bloody Ramsdale. So I've seen Arteta challenge for a title with much worse.
Challenge hype. I'm going to win it. That's so true.
This is so laugh. It's all funny.
One sec. This is Solz right now. Hey, you better hope with Madueke and Sesko that you finish above me. Like, I'm so scared, bro. You signed Madueke and Sesko. Fuck my life.
Sam, you said on Saturday, Wirtz needs to get 20J in the league in his first season. So just make sure he sticks to those numbers. That's number one. Second of all, make sure you finish above us. That's number two. Because if you don't, it makes you look shameless on this channel, and it makes you.
Okay, I will make something clear. Even if we don't sign Isak, we will finish above you. No problem.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm worried about Gaslighter Club this season, not yours.
By how many points?
Wow.
Yeah, Habibi, who gives a fuck? By 1 point, by 15 points, by 30 points. We win it on 30 points. We win it on 1 million points. Who cares?
By goal difference. By goal difference. Yeah.
That's true.
I think if we get Sesko, and we get either one of Lookman, Rodrygo,
or Madueke.
No, Madueke is on the right.
Or Garnacho.
Or Garnacho, yeah. Garnacho, Rodrygo, or Semenyo. If we get one of those three, and we get one of Madueke or Bakayoko as a right wing replacement for Saka if Saka is injured, I think we have a good chance of finishing above you. If you don't sign Isak.
So what if Liverpool sign Ekitike then?
I still think we have a good chance of finishing above you.
Oh, shiver me timbers, mate.
That's fine, shiver me timbers. But
Ya Allah, I'm so scared.
Okay, but Hassan, when was the last time you beat us though?
Who gives a fuck?
Let's talk about that, because we have none of these players now and you still can't beat us in a head.
You do realize that in the 2 seasons where City won the league, you do realize that the 2 seasons where City won the league ahead of Arsenal, they didn't beat you once. Do you think Vator gives a fuck that they didn't beat Arsenal?
But you're forgetting Hussam Arteta had more points than Liverpool.
Wara beat Arsenal trophy.
You're forgetting that.
No, I'm just saying.
I will take right now 2 losses against Arsenal if I win the league.
Yeah, Vader, when you won that treble, did you beat Spurs, though? Did you beat Tottenham when you won that treble, Vader? Come on, you fucker.
Say that one more time just the way you said it.
I'm saying the things that you guys have got over Arsenal now is to keep ramming down this trophy Arsenal.
War trophy, yeah.
I hope Arteta, if you're listening to me, Arteta, next season, go for the league and go for the champs, but please win one of these bummy trophies like a League Cup or an FA Cup.
Wara pray for a trophy.
No, one second, because I remember a couple of weeks ago.
Wara prayer.
I remember a couple of weeks ago you said you called them tin pot.
They are tin pot. Did you hear what I just said?
But you're now begging him to. But now you're not begging him to win one of those.
Try to not eavesdrop on prayers. But
I said to you, go for a Prem and champs, but please win one of these bummy trophies so all you guys can shut up. And stop ramming on about these stupid. We won FA Cups with Ten Hag. We won Conference Leagues with this guy. We won this.
Yeah, that's the same thing your fan base was doing under Wenger.
I thought you guys have won the most FA Cups, and now all of a sudden the FA Cup is a tin pot trophy.
We went invincible under Wenger, Lewis.
I remember years
you
were
like the last 10
10
years under Wenger. All they
I
were doing
remember
was
for years
War of Wenger, bro.
FA
War
Cup
of Wenger.
we've won the most FA Cups, this and that, and now all of a sudden the FA Cup is a tin pot.
War of Wenger.
You definitely can't talk about Wenger. Don't ever talk about
I say whatever the fuck I want. War of Wenger.
Give up his Invincibles for a Champions League.
Don't talk about my guy Wenger, bro. My Wi-Fi's gonna break up even more than it is right now.
No, let him talk. Let him talk. Say that again.
The Invincibles is the greatest Premier League achievement of all time. No one's ever done it. Okay,
but why would Wenger say he'd give that up for a Champions League?
Listen, that's up to Wenger. Go and ask him.
Don't talk about him, Lewis. Don't you talk about Wenger. Don't you talk about him, Lewis.
How many league titles do Chelsea have?
We have 6.
Exactly.
How many Champions Leagues have you got?
Doesn't matter. We're talking about the Premier League.
Talk about Wenger.
Europe's bigger than England.
It doesn't matter because they've never won it. You don't know what it feels like to win one.
I don't know why y'all are talking about Wenger. You're not allowed to talk about Wenger, guys.
They actually don't know what it feels like to win.
We have
5 European trophies you don't have.
Yeah, spam War of Wenger in the chat. War of Wenger. War of Wenger.
I traveled to South America I've traveled to South America. I've traveled to many continents around the world.
Could you bring this up again, please?
Nobody knows Tottenham. Nobody knows Chelsea. Arsenal are massive everywhere.
Wenger shares biggest regret.
Knowing Wenger.
Massive invincible season.
War Wenger, bro. War of Wenger Champions League for sure.
Here is Arsene Wenger saying that he would give up his invincibles to win a Champions
Managers get
League.
things wrong sometimes.
He admitted he'd swap his invincible Premier League season for a Champions League winners medal.
Yes, managers say things all the time. So what? Arteta said he thought he was the better team against.
When
PSG.
I say Wara, you say Wenger. Wara.
You know,
Yeah, but that's Arteta
Wenger.
while he's in the moment.
Yeah.
This is Wenger looking back at everything. This is him speaking in an interview.
When I say trophies, you say it doesn't matter.
He said that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
To win a Champions
When I
League.
say trophies,
but
you say
Lewis,
don't
I
matter.
can respect Chelsea for winning 2 UCL. But you can't be bigger than us. We're much bigger than
Yes, we can.
our country.
Tottenham are bigger than you in Europe. You leave England, then you become Brentford.
I just said to you, if you leave, if
You
you
don't
leave
even
Europe
become West Ham.
and
They've
you
won
go
in
to
Europe
Africa,
more
if you go
recently
to
than
South
you.
America, if you go South America, you go Africa, we're much bigger. We have a bigger global fan base, more global reach. We were
War
founded
trophy.
before
You are not
We were
bigger
founded
than
before
us.
you.
War
You
global
don't
fan base
have
trophy.
the same range of
We-
trophies as us.
You don't understand. We won the double 20 years before Man United, by the way. 20 years
That's
before that.
great.
Makes
You've done nothing in
Have you won a
Europe.
treble?
War
You
history
have done
lesson.
nothing in
Have you
Europe.
won a treble
We're
before?
You have
historic.
nothing in Europe. All of your achievements are domestic. All of your achievements are English. All that you are respected for is in England. As soon as you leave England, you have nothing to bring to the table. You haven't even done anything in England recently to bring that to the table. You are not bigger than us because you haven't done anything than us. It's the same thing I'll tell you, Gal. You have spent your lifetime watching Chelsea win more trophies than Arsenal. How dare you say that we are small, that we are smaller than you? That don't make any sense.
League titles. We have double.
That don't make any sense.
We have bigger global reach.
You have watched us win more trophies than you.
We sell more real shirts and fake shirts. We actually sell more fake shirts.
I don't care about your
So
shirt
anyway,
sales. Nobody cares. What a European trophy, bro.
More historic. I've never seen a player come out on an interview.
You see this?
You
see this? There's Manchester United's name in here. There's Real Madrid.
We have more heritage. We're more historic.
There's AC Milan.
Historic fan
Aston
base.
Villa's there.
We've got more shirt sales.
Aston Villa.
We're a bigger name.
Man City's around the bottom. There's the
We won the
Chelsea.
double before you. We won the
Your
double
name's
before
not
you. We're more
here.
historic than you. What are you
How
talking about?
can you be
You're
a
bigger
big
than us.
club
How
and
we
you
have
ain't
double
got
your league
this?
titles? We have double your league titles.
You
Double.
don't
More than
have
double.
this.
More
We
than
have
double.
league
More than
titles.
double.
We have league titles.
We have more than double your league titles, Lewis. We have more than double your league titles. You can't ever be bigger than Arsenal. So when you go to sleep dreaming,
have
illusion,
league
it doesn't exist.
titles.
You
do not have a Champions League.
Brother,
you
that's
do
your only
not have a
argument.
Europa
Okay,
League.
barring
You do
the
not
UCL,
even have a
barring European
conference.
trophies,
You
barring
don't have a Super Cup.
Barring
You
European
don't have
trophies,
a
why are you
Club
bigger?
World Cup.
Barring
These
European
are
trophies, why are you bigger?
Five
barring European
honors
trophies, why are
that
you
you
bigger than us?
cannot
Why are
bring
you
to
bigger
the
than us?
table
Can't say nothing.
that we
Can't say
have,
nothing.
and you want
We're
to
bigger
talk
than
to
you.
me about
We
your
sell more
boring,
shirts.
I have more
We sell
than you
more real shirts.
argument.
We
I
sell
have
more fake
seen
shirts.
more than you.
We have
How
more
about
fans.
that?
We have
I
more
have
fans than
seen
you.
more than
We have
you.
a bigger stadium than you.
Nobody cares.
Every metric, we're bigger
Your
than Chelsea.
biggest European moment is a Declan Rice free kick.
all
My
you care
biggest
about.
European moment is winning
That's
a
all you talk
European
about,
Cup,
European
mate.
trophy. That's all you talk about, Lewis.
Yes, you don't understand
Okay,
it.
Lewis.
Exactly.
Okay, Lewis.
You
Let's be
don't
diplomatic here. Let's
understand
be
it.
diplomatic here.
Your
I'll accept
biggest
your-
moment
okay,
is a
that's
free
fine.
kick, mate.
Okay, fine. I'll
Your
accept the
biggest
European
moment
trophy.
is a fucking free kick.
We have more overall trophies.
It's an
We have a
away
bigger
win
fan
at the
base. We
Bernabeu,
have
bro.
more overall trophies.
Your
We have a bigger
biggest
fan
moments
base.
in the
We sell
UCL
more
have come
shirts.
in
We double your
quarterfinals.
league titles. We're more
They ain't
historic.
even
We're
come in the
founded before you.
semi-final.
You
How are
seven
you a
metrics
big
more
club and
bigger.
your biggest
You guys
moments
are
come in
bums. You guys are
quarterfinals?
literally bums.
That's crazy.
I've seen big players like
Your
Elise.
biggest moments come at the Bernabeu in a quarterfinal, bro.
Players
You
say
were in
that
the
they grew
Europa
up
League for
watching
5
Arsenal.
years and you didn't
Big
even make
players,
two finals.
Big players say that
You
they
didn't
grew up
even make
watching
two
Arsenal.
finals, bro.
That's all you can
You
say.
lot got eliminated by Olympiacos,
You can never talk
by
to us.
Sporting
You can never talk to
Lisbon
us.
and under Ruben
You never
Amorim
talk
and
to us.
all that.
When you speak about
You
Arsenal,
got
pipe down.
eliminated by a Chelsea
We're the
side
big boys.
with 4 major
You guys are
injuries.
understudies. You are little boys.
You guys
You're
got
little
knocked
boys
out
to
by
us.
Unai
You
Emery
guys
in
are
your
little-
own grounds,
You guys are
mate.
little boys to us. Remember that. You guys
This
are
is
little boys
meant to
to
be
us.
the biggest club.
You'll never be bigger than
This is
us.
meant to
You
be
guys
the
are
bigger
little boys
club.
to us.
We've been in the Europa League for 2 years.
I'm going to say it again, boys. Let me tell you why we're bigger than Chelsea. We've won more overall trophies. We've won more overall trophies. We've gone invincible.
Nobody cares that you won more trophies.
We're bigger in every single metric.
Because it's about the range.
You'll never be bigger than us.
It's about the range.
You guys are little boys to us. Little boys to us, Lewis.
How are we little boys when we're bigger than you in Europe?
How are you bigger? In what metric?
We've won more European trophies.
Outside of European trophies, why are you bigger than us?
Outside of Europe? Europe is bigger than England. Europe is bigger than England. You should be talking outside of England, but you don't want to talk about it because it debunks your argument.
No more shirts. We have more fans. We find it before
No one cares about shirt sales. We are talking about football.
I've been to South America. I've been around the world. Arsenal are known everywhere. We have a global fan base. We have a global fan base. Have some respect.
Yes, so do we, man.
No, you don't have a global fan base.
Honors, mate.
No one knows you outside of
honors. One that your club don't have.
We have more fans in Africa. We have more fans in South America.
Nobody
we have more
cares.
Fans globally. We have a bigger stadium. We have a bigger stadium than you. We have a bigger stadium than you.
Nobody cares.
Exactly. So
nobody cares.
Exactly.
You've made as many Europa League finals as Leeds United.
So that's your copium.
Ipswich have more European cups than you. Ipswich have a Europa and you don't. We don't care.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're bigger.
It does matter. You just have to tell yourself that it doesn't.
I've given you 6 points as to why we're bigger. You've given me 1. I've defeated you.
I've given you a 1 point that matters more than all of yours. We have a better range of trophies. We've done more in Europe than you because you have 1 trophy and we have 2
on the Conference League. Well done on the Conference League. You were shameless.
No, the Conference League's the icing on the cake. We've got everything else. We speak for ourselves before that.
That's fine. You won 2 UCLs. 2
Europas,
well done. Clap for yourself.
2 Champions Leagues, a club. 2 Super Cups, and
you're going to surpass you in league titles. How many league titles have City won?
Why are you Why are you jerking City off now?
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Why are you jerking City off? Why are you grabbing their cock?
We've won more than you in every single match. We've won more than you, barring European trophies.
Why are you cock-watching City, bro?
We're bigger than you in every single way, brother. Every single way.
Okay, so you've lost the Arsenal argument, so you've had to go and suck.
I haven't lost it. I haven't lost it. I've given you 7 metrics.
You're deflecting to City. Who cares?
I'm not deflecting. I just told you we sell more shirts.
Another club that we've
won more overall trophies. We've won more overall trophies. We sell more shirts. We were founded.
What a UCL? What a UEL? What a Club World Cup? What a Super Cup? What a Conference?
I can't believe there's deluded Chelsea fans that actually think they're bigger than Arsenal. You're not bigger than Arsenal. You're just
we are bigger than you. You are not respected in Europe.
We're bigger than Man
City. You are not respected in Europe.
We're the 3rd biggest club in England by a country mile.
All you can talk about is domestics. You cannot talk about Europe.
Let's talk about fan base.
You see, that's why you don't want to talk Europe. You now want to talk fan base. But you don't want to talk Europe. You have nothing to talk about Europe. Your biggest moment is a free kick and away wins in quarterfinals.
Yeah, well, Tottenham have the funniest content creator expressions. Name me one better.
Are you a big club and your biggest moments are quarterfinal games?
I've conceded on Europe. I've conceded on Europe, Sam. I've said Chelsea have got more Champions Leagues. Fair.
And Europe is bigger than England.
No, Chelsea are bigger in Europe. I can concede, right? But he can't answer me why we were founded before then, why we have more overall trophies, why we have more fans, why we make more money, why we sell more shirts. In every metric of being a bigger club, we're bigger than Chelsea. They can't talk to us. They just can't.
First off, I don't even know how they make more money than us. Because you have horrible wage structures and horrible transfer business. Second of all, nobody cares about that. We have a better range of trophies than you, and that deads the argument.
Yeah, Sam, you hear that? We got a bunch of fans at Tottenham too. We sell a bunch of shirts at Tottenham. We sell tickets. We do a bunch of money stuff at Tottenham. We do a bunch of non-football related stuff at Tottenham. We're bigger than you. How about that?
Tottenham sell more shirts than Arsenal.
I ain't seen Liverpool shirts out here in El Paso like I seen Tottenham shirts.
We're the 3rd biggest club in England. Have some respect.
They don't want to talk about European honours. They want to talk about having the biggest fan base in Africa, and they want to talk about shirt sales. They want to talk about followers on Twitter and Instagram and all of that. Nobody cares. What a European trophy.
Did you check Bolivia's Arsenal fan numbers, though?
All of us have black in Europe. Hassam's got the most European cups. I've got every European cup.
And we've won
Vator's got a Champions League.
And we've won Invincible.
I think Baker's got the most Europas in England.
Yeah. How many times did Beyonce perform at y'all stadium? How about that? I'm bigger than you.
Have a gold Premier League.
How about Chris Brown? How about Chris Brown? I heard he was at the stadium too. You'll never sing that. Chris Brown and Beyonce, you'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that.
And your own manager said
we got Beyonce, Adele, and Chris Brown. You'll never sing that.
Take off that Spurs top.
It's mad that all that they have is a gold Premier League.
Why you want me to get naked, bro? I barely know you.
No one knows Tottenham anywhere around the world, by the way. No one knows Tottenham anywhere around
Champions
the world.
of Europe, you'll
never sing that.
We've got Adele, we've got Beyonce, and we've got Chris Brown. You'll never sing that.
What do you mean Arsenal win one Champions League season?
Beyonce at Wembley.
Arsenal women won the Champions League.
You'll never.
Oh, if you want to do that, then the Chelsea women went invincible, so ours is gold.
Arsenal women have won the Champions League. Why are you singing it? Arsenal football.
No, you can run that, but we went invincible this season. Then ours is gold. Ours is gold.
Champions Europe this season. Where champions?
WizKid was also at our stadium. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think Pink was there once too. You'll never sing that.
And
we've got go-kart tracks. F1 go-kart tracks.
1 second, Jacob. 1 second. He's trying to say something to me. Yeah,
bro. Does it matter what he's been fucking talking shit for an hour 50? Wasting my goddamn afternoon.
No one cares.
Bro, he's just saying the same dumb shit. This is worse than any Egal rambling yapping session. This is worse than if Egal was asleep and talking about Arsenal in his sleep, it wouldn't be this bad.
Big up Egal. That's your opinion. That's fine. That's not a factual statement.
When you were talking about
keep talking.
Stuff, you didn't talk about
keep talking. You just proved my point.
I want to understand what he wants to say to
I
me.
said you've won basically everything. I just don't know which metric you've won.
We sold a bunch of shirts.
I've given you 7
got
metrics.
a bunch of fans.
We've got you 7 metrics, and you won't accept none of them because you're deluded. And the guy below you is even worse. No one knows his club anywhere outside of Europe. Anywhere. Small, a tin pot club.
Have you ever left the island of the UK? Have you ever left that little island?
I've been all around the world. I don't even live
then
in
you clearly didn't fucking open your eyes when you were around the world.
I've been to Africa, I've been to
massive.
Africa, I've been to
You'll never
China,
see that. You can sit there and go, wah. We never won a trophy, but we've got a bunch of people saying, go Arsenal. What does that mean in anything, in relevancy? You're like, look at all these, look at 5-point power presentation. We sold shirts, we sold tickets, we got fans, we got supporters clubs. Woo!
The only clubs that ring around the world are Liverpool, Man United, and Arsenal.
And that's your opinion. Isn't that what you said earlier with some dumb, tired shit? That's your opinion.
Vader, hold that. Hold that, Vader.
Sam, one more time, please.
I told you, I've given you 7 points to why we're bigger than Chelsea.
Yeah, the 7-point fucking diagram. We're all looking at it.
It doesn't. Again, it's the same argument. You have no other argument to use. You have no other argument to use.
Bro, Ipswich, come on, man.
There's Juventus,
Ipswich.
There's Galatasaray, there's Parma, there's IFB Gothenburg.
We'll win it soon.
Yeah, but I sold shirts in Malaysia.
We'll win it next season. We'll win it next season. We'll win it next season.
I've heard that. I've heard that before. What about this? Where are you guys in it?
We're at the 2020.
I see all the biggest clubs in Europe in here.
That's fine. That's fine. We haven't won it yet. That's it. Clap for yourself. We'll win it next season. That's fine.
Yeah, we have.
But
only team in London to do it, and then we went and did it again.
Man City bought their success.
Yeah, Tottenham are winning it next year. Hold that.
Hey, Vader, hold that.
Hey, Vader, hold that.
Vader, hold that. Hold that.
Hold that, Vader.
No one cares about buying success. If you're successful, you're successful.
Vader.
That's fine. Buy it.
Vader Games.
Buy success.
Yeah, you wish you guys could buy. You wish you had Roman to just buy trophies.
We're a self-sustained model. We're a self-sustained model.
I got a dip. I got a show about to start, and I'm definitely not wasting more time here. But big up. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe, all that.
Big up, bro. Big up.
I'm gonna time this Solz versus Lewis thing. Bro, really said
yeah, do that. But all I'm saying is like they're meant to be bigger than us. They've got as many UCL final appearances as Sampdoria, Malmo, Leeds, Saint Etienne, and Club Brugge. They've all got as many UCL final appearances as Arsenal.
If that's your only metric, Sam, then Aston Villa are bigger than us. Nottingham Forest.
Fucking Rems have more UCL final appearances than Arsenal.
Sam, speak to any respected football journalist who'll say to you, there's multiple metrics that account for who's bigger. Who's better is different. Who's bigger, you have to look at a multitude of things. He's only using UCL. in that sense, Forest.
No, I'm using Europe. I could just use Europas if I wanted to.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But anyway, big up.
You know what this whole interaction just proves to me? We are gargantuan. That's all. That
exactly. They're just glazing it. So
we are absolutely gargantuan. Honestly, chat. I didn't even get involved. Let them fight over who's third and who's fourth.
All right, Hassan, 2 league titles in 30 years.
We are so gargantuan.
Yeah, but exactly. But you've won.
What second cup winners cup and
look at this right here, gargantuan. 6 Champions League.
What a treble for you.
You know, I just let the peasants talk, and I'm just sitting on.
But Sam, since you've been born, you've seen your club lift 2 league titles.
Yeah, and I've seen 2.
Okay, and since you've been born, you've seen Chelsea win more trophies than you.
That's fine. But we're
since you've been born, you've seen 0 league titles.
How are we smaller than you, but you've seen us lift way more than you?
You've seen 0. I've seen 2. You saw 0.
Sam is funny.
Bro, you're 25. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me 2004 when you were fucking what? How old are you in 2004? 4 years old. Oh, you were 4 years old. Yeah. You are still in your fucking nappies. You have seen 0, Habibi. You have seen 0.
Listen, big up anyway, man. Big up. I'm going to defend my club to the death. I'm going to defend my club to the death.
Anyway, guys, on that note, listen, we're going to wrap up the stream. I'm going to clip up this whole segment there. We are gargantuan institution, man. Let them figure out who's third and fourth. I know I'm first. That's what matters. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys right now, please like, please subscribe. Vator Games TV, Carefree Lewis G, Shik TV. I put Sad Football Corner for Solz. He don't have a channel yet. When he does, we'll plug him in. And you got as well Jacob Allraven Uncensored. Anyway, guys, this stream's going to take you over to Dan Potts' channel because that's where I'm headed. You get me? Talk about Liverpool, the gargantuan institution, the biggest club in England. That's the Liverpool Football Club on Dan Potts' channel. We are raiding that channel. And, in the theme of today's stream, I just want to tell you guys to do one thing. When you're raiding, instead of saying Hussam raid, let's raid with what are UCL? I'm saying one of you guys. Just raid Dan Potts' chat. What are UCL? I'll be in his chat saying it as well. So, big up all of you guys, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace out.
Yes.